question last night. So.
One of my posts.
Am I your
No, you're not.
All right.
You're my sister in Christ.
Amen.
Yes.
Okay. Well.
Today.
It's
going to be a great Sunday.
It's going to be a fantastic.
You know what's one great thing about this Sunday we got coming?
Okay, so we're in part 4 of our series, Origins.
Loving it.
Been one of my favorite series, actually, that I've seen, or that I've heard, because I'm just watching, that I've participated in. I love this series. I love that we're going through the book of Acts.
Yes.
I think that it gives us a lot of tangibles of how we actually live out being a church. And I think it's just really applicable. I love the history of the church. So being able to see the history from the visual that we've been getting from Mike, I think it's so tangible.
Yeah, the visual's beautiful.
Yeah.
Shout out Megan.
Shout out.
Great
She also designed
shirts. We have a parking lot party tonight.
Yeah.
If you're in the Wilmington area, you should come 5 to 7.
Yes.
Be here. But yeah, one other thing I love about the series is that it's like a continuation of the celebration of Easter. Because we're so quick to say, Easter's here, Jesus is risen.
Yep.
Yes.
But that's all good.
Well, you are fired.
You're talking to me? Who are you talking to?
Scott.
Oh. Is he there? Is he on?
Yeah, he's
Okay.
here. He didn't set up breakfast.
Oh.
The Origins series, and how do we proclaim our lives for Christ?
That's fine. I'll let Matt know. He can help out.
All right.
Is it just the drinks?
Is Jarrett on? I don't see signal. Okay, I do see signal from you. Jarrett, I think I had told you wrong earlier. We want your ISO on 1,000 and then 3.2 or 3.5 or so for the music. Maybe it's already there. I don't know.
30 seconds
I
left.
don't remember if I had you change it.
I can't.
We had to change Andrew's back.
We get to figure it out together with the Lord, with the Spirit.
We did.
But yeah, if you're looking to get connected, sorry, we got 20 seconds.
20 seconds.
If
Sorry.
you need help,
All right, stand by 3 for our transition.
you can't be a part. So we invite you to fill out the connect card.
All right, we're standing by for Clay in 10 seconds. Let's go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go for Clay.
And dissolve 3.
Okay,
Ready.
quick reminder, Chris, to get in ready for Clay to do his turn to
He's
you.
on his way out. Ready, 1, take 1. Let's show his name, key her in.
We're going to continue on in
Awesome.
our series called Origins, where we're looking at the early church in the book of Acts. But also today, again, we get to celebrate.
As soon as it goes away, you can pull the key here.
In the life of our church,
Okay.
specifically through an individual and them sharing in baptism.
Yeah,
So
you can
this
show me
morning
the
we're
link.
gonna celebrate with Angela as she gets baptized.
Are we showing the link
In
here,
just a little bit.
Ashley?
It's
What is he
awesome.
talking
And
about
I
where we
just
show the
invite
link?
you guys to celebrate with her as she's
Katie, will you
baptized.
push in a little more? I'm thinking about the graphic that we're going to have to show here in a minute for the parking lot party. I don't think we need the link for the parking lot party because it's today and he's going to announce or talk about it. Terry, I'm going to stay tight in the room if you want to get a context shot from 5 or 6.
Cool, thank you. Ready, 6 online.
And so, make sure that you're aware of what's happening and step in with us
And
and what God is doing.
he's not going to look at you, is he?
And today is
Yep, ready, 6, take 6.
everybody, it's parking lot party.
Ready, 3 in the room. Take 3.
And I'm on 3. You're clear, Jarrett. Big T, not Big D.
I think you all just acquired new nicknames. Jared, let's keep his headroom tight. Don't worry about the graphic on your shot. We'll use 3 for that. Ready, 2. Take 2.
Ready, 5 online. And turn back again. Take 5. Okay, Katie, you're clear. And I'm on 2 with you.
All right, 2's live everywhere now. Ready, 1. Take 1.
I'm on 1.
Selling tickets for a plate for dinner for tonight for the parking lot party. So please come. Enjoy time together as a community.
Terry, look how the drop on there
Let's support
fit. For a second there, for a minute there, it was fitting right inside the red of the graphic, like it was made for it.
Oh, cool.
As soon as I said something, Clay moved a little and he had to pan over. Ready, 3. Take 3.
Ready, 4. Take
All
4.
right, and go for meet and greet.
3 still live online.
In the house, right?
Oh yeah, in the house I'm at. Ready, 2. Take 2. Ready, 5. Take 5. Jarrett, we bring it back into focus just a little bit. Not all the way in, but just a little bit. A little more. Ready, 6. Take 6.
I love that spot for a meet and greet.
So again, we're glad to be here. We're excited for our gathering. We will see you in just a moment.
Come into clean feed.
All right, 4 is clear.
Very good.
Ready, 3.
Coming out, show ears.
Take 3. Ready, 5. Do you have room to open up more, Andrew, or is that it? Ready, 5. Take, oh, there it is. Take 5. Thank you, sir. Ready, 6. Take 6.
30 seconds. Jennifer is leading the first song. Quentin on lead guitar.
Ready, 2. Take 2.
We go in 10 seconds.
Ready, 3.
5,
Take 3.
4, 3, 2, 1, and go.
Hey,
Ready,
good
1.
morning. You guys are chatty.
Take
Glad
1.
to be here in this space, or if you're online, we're glad to be with you this morning. And Scripture
Chatty.
tells us that a joyful heart is medicine. It's good medicine for us. And so
Did I say that out loud?
I want us to just move into these next moments thinking about joy as we gather and sing.
Ready, 4. Take 4. Ready, 3. Take 3. Andrew, I believe you have lead guitar. Ready, 5. Take 5. Ready, 1. We'll dissolve this one. Dissolve 1.
We worship the God who is. We worship the God who evermore will be.
Ready, 4. I'm going to hold on that. Ready, 3. Take 3. Ready, 4. Take 4. Ready, 1. Take 1. Ready, 6. Take 6. Ready, 2. Take 2. Ready, 5. Take 5. Ready, 3. Take 3. Andrew, will you get just Quentin? Ready, 4. Take 4. Ready, 5. Waiting for you. And take 5. Ready, 1. Take 1. Ready, 3. Take 3. Scott, I think she's just a hair soft. Ready, 4. Take 4. Oh, right when he stopped, sorry. Does he come back in here? Nope. Ready, 1. Oh. Thank you, Chris. Ready, 1. Take 1. I won't do that again. Ready, 5. Take 5. Ready, 3. Take 3. Ready, 2. Take 2. Ready, 6. Take 6. Ready, 4. Take 4. Ready, 5. Take 5. Ready, 3. Dissolve 3. Ready, 2. Dissolve 2.
And we were the prisoners, but now we're running
Ready 6.
free, and we are forgiven,
Dissolve 6.
redeemed by His grace. Oh, let
Ready
the
4.
house of the Lord
Dissolve 4.
praise. We're gonna sing it again. Come
Ready
on.
3. We're going to start taking. Take 3. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 6. Take 6. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 6. Take 6. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 4. Take 4. Andrew, I need guitar again. Ready 3. Take 3. Thank you, sir. Ready 5. Take 5. Just in time. Ready 3 again. Dissolve 3.
All right, this will be Lee and Taya.
Oh yeah.
Lee starts.
2, go ahead and grab Taya.
Greg is on lead guitar.
Ready 1. Ready 5 first. Dissolve 5. Ready 1. Dissolve 1. Ready 4. Dissolve 4. Ready 6. Dissolve 6. Ready 3. Dissolve 3. Ready 4. Dissolve 4. Ready 1. I'm going to hold here. Ready 1. Dissolve 1. Ready 6. Dissolve 6. Ready 3. Dissolve 3. Ready 5. Dissolve 5. Ready 4. Dissolve 4. Ready 2. Hold for a second more. Ready 2. Dissolve 2. Alright, we're gonna start taking. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 6. Take 6. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 1 or 4, I mean. Take 4. Ready 5. Take 5. Jared, will you pick up Taya again? Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 2. Tilt down a little bit. Take 2. Thank you, sir. Ready 4. Take 4. Oh, Jarrett, I love it. Ready 6. Take 6. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 6. Take 6. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 6. Take 6. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 6. Take 6. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 6. Take 6. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 6. Take 6. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 3 again. Dissolve 3. Ready 4. Dissolve 4.
Come on, church, sing this out.
Ready 1. Dissolve 1. Ready 6. Dissolve 6. Ready 5. Dissolve 5. Ready 3. Dissolve 3. Came to you a little early, Katie, but I'm gonna hold here. Small swell. Ready 4. Dissolve 4.
Stand by for Rollin.
Ready 5. Dissolve 5. Thanks for bringing him into it, Andrew. Ready 6. I guess I could have went to 6. Dissolve 6.
Greg is leading guitar.
Ready 1. Dissolve 1. Ready 3. Dissolve 3. Ready 4. Dissolve 4. Nice shot, Chris. Ready 6. I think he's gonna jump back in here in a moment. Ready 6. Dissolve 6. Ready 3. Dissolve 3. Thought he was going to play that part again, but he did not. Ready 4. Dissolve 4. Jarrett, stay on guitar for the next verse if you would. Try to get him in here when he's actually playing that part. Ready 5. Take 5. Sorry, I didn't give you a heads up. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 6. Take 6. Parts are different now. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 5. Take 5. Jarrett, you can grab vocals or something. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 6. Take 6. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 6. Take 6. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 3. Take 3. Holding here for the drop. Ready 1. Dissolve 1. Ready 6. Dissolve 6. Ready 3. Dissolve 3.
Come on, church, we sing this out. His name is Word.
Ready 5. Dissolve 5. Ready 2. Tilt down just a little more, Jared. Ready 2. Dissolve 2. Looks good. Ready 4. Dissolve 4. Nice shot, Chris. Ready 3. Let's take this one. Take 3. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 6. Take 6. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 6. Take 6. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 6. Take 6. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 6. Take 6. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 3. Let's dissolve that. Dissolve it. Ready 1. Dissolve 1. It's looking great, y'all. Ready 6. Dissolve 6. Oh, ready 3. Dissolve 3. Ready 5.
Roland's gonna set up baptism.
Dissolve 5.
We believe that every
Ready,
single
1.
one of those words is truth today.
Dissolve 1.
Powered in the name of Jesus. And that our God is worthy.
You can put black in
The
preview.
only one who's worthy of all of our song, of all of our praise, and also of all of our lives. And it is a privilege to get to worship every single week. And I'm just grateful for this time this morning. And we get another privilege this morning as we get to hear Angela's story and get to celebrate in her baptism. So we're going to continue worshiping. If you would have a seat and turn your attention to the screens.
Dissolve to black.
And roll video.
Key in. Roll the video.
I went to a church and I was involved in like youth.
All right, Andrew, this one's only got about a minute
ministries and things like
remaining.
That. And
Minute
when
and
I
5
was 8,
seconds.
We moved here and we started looking for. a
So
church
first one out the
to
gate
go
is gonna
to.
challenge you.
And
How quick
about
can you get it there?
tsunami and stuff. And
Let me see
then
4
we
in.
tried out this
5 in
church and
preview.
I liked it. And that's where I've been going since. I believed in God, but I wasn't quite clear on like who He was.
45 seconds.
But I started to understand more last
Andrew, are
year
you over there?
at Fuse. I started to understand God a lot
Oh,
more.
okay.
And
Oh, during the video you could
like,
have gone across
connected
the
a
front.
lot
Sorry,
more.
bro.
God is a part of my life, and I believe in God. He's someone that, like, I can go to, like, no matter
No,
what.
no, no. One per
Even
service.
when you don't think he's there.
We showed them both during run through.
20 seconds.
Obviously, always
Ready,
still there, and he has a plan
5.
for me. You just have to trust
All right.
it. I'm
Come in
really
just a hair
baptized
more, Andrew,
because
and maybe tilt
I
down
love
just slightly.
God, and it's
We're going for the
And
dunking.
pan to the right.
5,
to God.
Get
4,
all 3 of them. There you go.
3,
Ready, 5.
2, 1, and go.
Dissolve 5.
First, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for sharing your story. It's no
Yes,
easy
you're out.
thing to share vulnerable details about your life and to
All
look
right,
at your community
ready,
and say, gosh,
6.
it's been hard. I've been broken.
Take 6.
God, you were good. You were brave for doing that.
Andrew,
You know,
bring
one
it
of those
down
things that we say
one
at Tsunami, our
click,
slogan,
just
right?
a
Do you know what
little
it is?
darker.
It's being
There it
all
is.
in, right? And I
Ready,
think of
5.
students who are all in. Angie, I think of students like you.
Steady.
I think of students who are all into worship,
Take 5.
all into the teaching and committed to growing their walk with Jesus. Students who are all into small group, all into showing up for other people. Angie, that's you. You are all in.
Ready, 6.
And that's a really beautiful thing. And I want you to know that today, this isn't
Take
the
6.
end of something, but rather the beginning of a beautiful marker of your walk with Jesus. And I know what happens next.
Andrew, you can kind of lean on that stage if it's helpful to steady. Ready, 2.
Scary and exciting all at once.
Take 2.
But Angie, it's going to be good because you put your faith and trust in Jesus. You know that no matter what, it will always be good. And so if you think about the rest of this and you look
Ready,
at
6.
your church family, know that they are for you. That your small group leaders, that we are here
Take
for
6.
you always because Jesus is for you. And Angie, just because you put your faith and trust in Jesus, that we get
Ready,
to baptize
5.
you. In the name of the Father,
Take 5.
of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
All right, Jarrett, can you move to that other spot? See if you can get them in the foreground and Clay in the background.
All right, stand by for Clay.
Ready, 3. Dissolve 3.
All right, go for Clay.
Ready, 6.
I love that, Angela. Thank you for
Take
sharing
6.
your story. Thank you for that brave step of faith.
Yeah,
as you
that's the idea,
continue to
Jarrett.
walk, with God. And I just love
Probably
at
could,
church that we
not
get
right
to
now, but
celebrate
for the next one, you
Angela,
probably
right?
could
And
go
just
even
to
more to
hear
your
story.
left.
And like what Caroline said, like we're here for you. We're here with you. And as we just sung
That works so well.
Ready, 1. Yes, thank you, Jarrett.
Right, I speak
Take 1.
Jesus over everyone. I speak Jesus over
Okay.
my family. I just reminded that we're a church family, and that's what
No,
we get
let's
to
not.
do, speak
I think we've got the wrong
Jesus
branding there
over
anyway.
middle
It should
school
be
students, high school students,
the corporate brand with the blue line under his name.
our kids, over each other, and that's what we need. We need people reminding us of how good God is, and how God is worth
Terry,
living our life with, and giving
Andrew and
ourselves
Jarrett are
to.
still kind of trying to get it back into position,
And
but if
I
you
love,
want to
like you
take a
said,
shot from
Angela's
Katie,
story
maybe?
points, back to Fuse, right? That
Okay. Oh yeah, he's got 2 minutes, so we can do that.
Yeah.
she went to Fuse camp.
I'll stay on
It's kind of
1.
a week where you get to get away
Ready,
from
3.
rhythms and just be really immersed.
You were doing takes on all this, right?
Yes.
All right. Ready, 3. Take 3.
Down, it clicked for her all the more. And man, as a church family tonight, we get to come to a parking lot party to support that. And right now, as we
And coming back clean feed.
giving together,
Katie, you're clear. Thank you.
but I'm just reminded that through our giving as a church family, we get to be a part of stories.
Yeah,
like
Jared, go ahead and get that autofocus shot ready.
in our church, the things that we see and the things that we don't see, and the stories of normal people, middle school students. And that's an honor and a privilege. And so we're going to take some time as a church to give. And if you give regularly to Port City, thank you. Thank you for being a part of what God is doing here. Or maybe today you're like, man, okay, I'm in. Tell me how to start giving. Tell me how to develop this kind of rhythmic discipline of giving financially here at Port City. We'll have some different ways that you can do that on the screen.
Ready,
We just kind
2.
of carve out space every week to do that, to give together.
He still has 40 seconds, but I don't know if he's going to use it all.
Present, to be reminded of
Sounds
what
like
we're
he's
here
about to
for.
wrap up.
And as we get to lean in and learn together, I invite you to do that. So let's take a moment to breathe. Let's take a moment
Ready,
to
2.
give, and then just a few moments, Mike will be up to continue our series on origins.
Dissolve
Alright.
2.
And roll giving.
Roll it. Oh, thanks for the keyer.
Stand by for the bump.
Gotcha. Let's see black in preview.
Bump in 10.
And we'll let the graphic dissolve out and then go to black.
All right, go to the bump in 2, 1.
Dissolve to black.
And roll bump.
Roll the bump.
Stand by for Mike.
Terry, you guys are getting cues in there, right?
Yep.
Awesome.
All right, go for Mike in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ready, 3. Dissolve 3.
Everybody, it's great to see all of you here today. Good to be together as we're continuing a series. We're talking about
Ready,
the book of
1.
Acts, kind of wandering through the book of Acts.
Take
Actually
1.
flying through the book of Acts.
That shirt.
And really exploring this strange beginning.
It'll be great
of
once we're on the
church,
darker
how
background,
intense-
but right
intense
now
and how
everything's so
it
bright.
was. And so
Yeah,
part
let's
of
show
what,
his name.
Today is gonna be, if you have your Bibles, you're gonna probably need to turn there, at least get your, because it'll be a
CG's
lot.
clear online.
We're gonna look, Acts chapter
Nice.
10, Acts chapter
Thank you.
11, where Peter
I guess that doesn't matter so much anymore, does it?
does something he's never done before.
Yeah,
that
we don't have any
feels
slides
like
that
he's
we're going to
violating
click on,
what God wants him to
but
do.
it's still nice to know.
To go and do something that God is actually doing. So we're going to see all this tension in this today.
Ready,
And
3.
I want to begin. I want you to imagine
Take 3.
that you're reading in your Bibles, and you're doing your quiet time, you're trying to learn how to read the Bible, and you come across Leviticus chapter
Ready,
11, and it's a lot of the
2.
laws and commands, and part of the way
Take 2.
the
All right,
world
Katie, will
Jesus
you
entered
double check
into
focus on Mike? It looks like the
was
wall is
a
in focus and Mike is
system where
soft.
people use the laws to sort of as a mark of their faithfulness or a mark of their holiness, their adherence to
Hit
how
that
strict
magnify
they
button, you'll be
followed
able to
the
see it
law
better. Oh, there we
was
go.
a marker
You're getting
of
it.
their own faithfulness, right? Of how moral or how distinct they were. And so you read something like this. It says,
It's better, as far as I can tell.
God said to Moses and to Aaron, say the Israelites, of all the animals that live on the earth, these are the ones that you may eat.
Ready, 1.
You may eat of the animals that have a divided
Take
hoof
1.
and that choose the cud. And then he qualifies it like this. There are some that
Ready,
only
3.
chew the cud
Take 3.
or only have a divided hoof, but you must not eat them. The camel, though it chews the cud, does not have a divided hoof. It is ceremonially unclean for you. The hyrax, though it chews the cud, does not have a divided hoof. It is unclean for you. We have rabbits, right?
Ready,
the rabbit, though the rabbit
5.
chews, will hop hop. Though it
Gotta
chews
make sure
its
there's
cud,
nobody else following
it
that
does not
person
have
that
a
just
divided
walked
hoof,
through.
so it is unclean for you. And the pig, though it has a divided hoof, it does not chew the cud. It is not
Actually,
unclean for you.
the
You
text
must
on
not
this
eat
slide is
meat
pretty
or
big. I
touch
think
its
I'm going to
carcasses,
stay on
for
3
you are
because he's not
unclean.
standing in front of it at all. Andrew, when he uses
That's
the
just my
iPad,
thoughts.
we'll
Like,
especially
this
want
is-
your
this is how
shot,
I read
but
the
I
Bible.
think for now we're good on
I know
3.
what a hyrax is. Well, this is a hyrax. And he's looking going, don't eat me, man, don't eat me. So what do you do with this?
Ready.
So
I'm going to stay here till they
this
lose
is
it. Okay, there we
how
go.
the
Ready,
whole
1.
covenant. There's 600
Take 1.
plus of these kinds of commands that you're supposed to do. And what would happen is the leaders, the people responsible for the people, would be so concerned they would break
Katie, while we're doing this, can we get a wide shot?
that keep people from getting close to breaking the laws.
Yep.
And so this just
And
sort
then
of
Terry,
escalated,
because of where
sort
she's
built on
positioned, she's
top
kind of in the middle of the
itself,
track,
this
and her stool is
system
there, so she doesn't have a lot of
so
track to work with.
Okay.
So don't hold on her too long when you
Yep.
take this.
All right, ready, 3.
hold power. Does this sound
Take
familiar?
3.
This is how the law inevitably works in any culture, in any setting. And so this is what happens. It's used to protect those who are in and to exclude those.
See the
who
message
don't
notes bug?
want.
That was
Yep.
a good time for it.
And we're back. Thank you, Katie.
We're justifying this by the things we do. So this is how this begins to unfold.
If you want to get ready for the screenshot again.
The world into which Jesus enters and begins to teach. And one of the hang-ups that most of the religious leaders had about Jesus were the kinds of people that he included. Like that, they were always bothered. He eats with tax collectors and sinners. Does he not know these people are lost?
I forgot to talk to Chris
They
about
had problems
having a shot
with
here in the
this.
message.
Rick
Try to get
Safer,
it for the
one of our
next one.
pastors here, he has cartoon on his wall when you walk in his
Also,
office. And it's a picture
mobile's
of
just a
all
reminder
these
to record. If you
guys,
haven't hit
and,
record, go ahead and hit
they're
it
men and
now.
women, and they got big
Ready,
pencils,
two.
and they're drawing
Take two.
lines. And then there's one that's depicted, and he's in a robe with a crown. It's obviously King Jesus. He has the big pencil upside down. He's erasing all the lines that we are drawing. And
Jarrett,
there's one
I'm
of the
not
guys
sure
that is
why,
kind
but
of
your camera
scowling.
looks a
He's
little
just
different than
erasing
the
lines and
others.
he's just drawing.
Are you
Because a
on
lot of times
ISO
we can
1000
figure out how
and
to draw
aperture
lines in the right
4.5?
place. We can protect
That looks
ourselves
closer now.
from anything else that might sort of make us unclean. And Jesus comes in and he reverses all of this. In fact, part of the Jewish law was you don't touch things that are unclean. Why? Because you yourself will be unclean.
Ready?
And what Jesus did is he came in and he actually touched
staying on two a
things
little longer.
that would be considered unclean, and he made them clean. He reverses the way in which people thought and the way in which the world works. And that's what you see in the resurrection. And we've been looking at the book of Acts as this origin story of the church that we consider ourselves a continuation of. And we observe how those earliest followers were wrestling. They were wrestling out the implications of the resurrection. We talked about the ascension in week 1, right? And how it would have been processed and how it was understood in light of Daniel 7 and the Ancient of Days and the Son of Man ascending on the cloud and all of those things. We talked about the resurrection at the beginning of the renewal of all things. You begin to see that God's intention is the redemption and the renewal of all things, the entire world. We talked about bearing witness, that we come to bear on the world around us, and that the Spirit of God gives us the power to do that. And then we talked about a devoted community, and today we're going to talk about how we learn how to discern, at least begin to nod in that direction, how we learn how to discern what God is saying to us, what the Spirit says to us. But this requires a radical submission to Jesus, and it requires a radical devotion to one another. There's no shortcuts to this. There's no 3 quick points.
Terry, I suppose we could let 5 and 6 give you a wide shot on occasion as well when we're not using the wall. So you got a little variety there.
Oh, yeah.
Just do one at a time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think he's getting ready to come up on a wall graphic, though.
Which one?
We're on LED.
Oh, ready? 3. Take 3.
Last week when I talked about the fact that sometimes we struggle to know if we believe God correctly.
Wow, I was looking at page 1. I didn't feel like he got through page 1 yet.
He went super fast.
Yeah, he did.
I felt like I could say that and it would still be okay. That somehow God was.
That was only saying that because I thought we had like a 1 or a 2 minute gap there. I was like, I need to. Don't want to steal them away.
Can't understand why things are a certain way or why God didn't do something a particular way. And we wrestle these things out. It's a struggle to give our allegiance to Jesus.
Well, when the time comes again, when it's a good time, you could do Katie again, but you could also have Andrew or Jarrett pull out and give you one wide shot. I think it works really well to do one wide shot and then cut back to the clean feed and then look for another moment to do another wider one.
That's the natural course, isn't it? Just to wake up and figure out a way to arrange your life so you can do what you want to do when you want to do it. That's the normal, natural pull of our lives. And we struggle to give our submission to something else. We also struggle towards our community, towards living with other people in a new kind of unity. And this includes living with people who are different than you and me. One of the things that I've enjoyed is so much of seeing kind of our congregation continue to be more and more diverse. We see more and more intergenerational cooperation, more and more places where races are working together, different ethnicities are working together. Lots of great things that we see because this is part of what it is to learn how to see one another and to trust one another, to radical devotion to one another. And so what you're about to see is 2 worlds that would never cross more than likely. And what God does in this, and this is Acts chapter 10 and 11. This is a collision of 2 encounters. A guy named Cornelius, and then a guy that you've probably heard about, his name is Simon Peter. Simon Peter was one of Jesus' disciples, a fisherman turns follower of Jesus who becomes kind of the main speaker at Pentecost we looked at a couple of weeks ago.
Ready,
this is where this
3.
This bizarre
Take 3.
encounter. Peter has this crazy dream. Cornelius has
Man, he flew through page 2 also.
We'll look at it in just a second. But what you need to know is Cornelius is a military officer. He is of the Italian regiment.
All right, Andrew, let's push in even a little bit tighter, I think.
Is a posh
yeah, there we go.
Town on the sort of north
Double check your
west of
focus on him.
Jerusalem
I
on
think
the
you're really
Mediterranean
close, but
Sea.
since we zoomed,
He's got
it might
it
have
made,
gotten a
right?
little
This
soft.
is what he's been living for. Cornelius has privilege and he has status
Ready,
and he has the
5.
power to protect both of those things.
Take 5.
Cornelius is a man of war.
His setup is
This
longer
may
than we
not
thought.
be by his own conviction.
Way longer.
It may have been just the lot that he did, just sort of the trajectory of his
Ready,
life.
1.
This is what was expected of him.
Take
This was
1.
the course that was
It's a
set
benefit
out.
having it on the wall rather than a lower third.
Yeah.
Enjoying the fruit of his hard work.
All right.
But it's interesting
Ready.
what I think we know.
5. I'm waiting for him to get to reading it, Andrew. Just be ready.
Unsettledness in Cornelius. Because it says that Cornelius would regularly give of what he had to the poor, that he would
Ready, 6.
spend time in prayer, and that he was known as a God-fearing man. This is all from Acts chapter
Take
10.
6.
These are interesting because this is a guy
Oh,
of
there he
power,
goes.
and this
Ready,
is not something
2.
you would normally see in
Take
Roman
2. Thanks for
soldiers,
following him,
Roman
Jarrett.
power.
And
They
Jared.
weren't really concerned about that kind of God.
J
because they
team.
had a whole other system. So something
The Jer
about
team.
the way he was conflicted in
We pulled the wall for
Yeah,
now.
Okay.
was very different. It was almost like an inclination was happening. And I think we can understand this because a lot of us, the faith that we inherit, the lives that we sort of end up living are just based on the opportunities that were in front of us. You ever considered this? Right? It's just how you kind of grew up. Maybe you grew up always believing, so it's always been in front of you, and church has
Ready,
always been
1.
a part of your life. Or maybe, you know, something, there's a lot of reasons. Maybe your career was what everybody expected you to do. It was just sort of the opportunities that were in front of you. You went to school, you ended up in this major, ended up in this
Take
job.
1.
And so here you are trying to sort of enjoy the fruits of your labor, but there's still some kind of unsettledness or some kind of inclination. There may be a sense that there's something more available for you that you just can't quite figure out. What we tend to do, and this is where we end up, we just sort of combine things. We sort of have our lives and the life we live, where the businesses we run,
Ready, 2.
the way we run
Take
our
2.
lives, and then we combine that with like
Sorry,
going
Scott.
to church and trying to do some good things. We try to see if we can get it all.
Should have tried to
sort
get
of
away from you a
swirled
little
together,
bit quicker
and perhaps
than
God
that.
will be pleased with it. And
You followed him well.
That's to be understood. I think that's where Cornelius was. But he had an encounter
Yeah.
with God.
I know.
And what you see is that God comes to him and he calls Cornelius by name. Cornelius is in prayer, it says, and that God comes to him. An angel of the Lord
Ready, 5.
comes to him and calls him by name. And then he tells him there's a guy about 35 miles
I feel like he's
south
a
of the
little
coast of a town
soft,
called Joppa named Simon
Andrew.
Peter. I want you to send
But
some
man,
of your
it's
men
really
to go
close,
get
but
him
it
and bring
seemed
him
like
back
it was
to me.
just a little off.
That's the encounter.
Okay.
So you got to note that.
Yeah,
So
that looks
Cornelius
better.
over here,
Don't worry about
he's like,
following him.
"Whoa, what
You can just be
happened?"
ready
He
for him
got
for that
spoken to him.
scripture.
And he's like, hey,
I
I
won't
want you
cut to
guys
you
to
until
go
he gets to
down
reading that.
Joppa and get Simon Peter. We clear? We got that? That's Cornelius. So then out of this other place, you have
Now, of course, once you're
Simon
live, if he
Peter,
moves, you'll want to follow. But for now,
and he's
just be
headed
ready for
down
that.
there, and he's been like bearing witness. He's been doing what he was doing out of
Ready, 1.
Acts 2. Now he's traveling around.
Take
He's
1.
moved to Lydda and then up to back to the coast of in this town called Joppa at a guy named Simon's house. Let me make one more note here. One of the things you're going to notice is how God orchestrates things. And my assumption
Ready,
is
6.
that most people here
Go with him, Jarrett.
have had something
Ready,
like
6.
this happen.
Take
And we
6.
often chalk it up to like coincidence or maybe it's God, but we don't really press it any further than that. Perhaps it was maybe something that like you were like not thinking
Ready,
about church.
2.
Maybe you had seen something somewhere and then someone invites you
Take
to
2.
Port City, right? And you're like, oh, and it kind of I heard that. There's some kind of connection that somebody said something and something else happened in a different scenario and you put these two things together and go, maybe that's what I ought to do.
Thanks for checking
Right?
focus,
Some-
Jarrett.
Somewhere, we
This
all
is one of
have-
those hard
I will say
parts
we all
where,
have some stories
as he
like that.
moves across the stage, he comes
Where we
closer and further away from you,
Felt like it was God.
moving side to side.
There's no way this could be a coincidence, but it's hard to believe that God would be that intentional about putting this person in my path at this particular time. And so this is what's happening, and what you begin to see is that these encounters we have with God, they always jolt us
Ready, 1.
out of ourselves.
Take
and they
1.
force us to consider something different. They require a measure of obedience, a measure of movement, a measure of action, something that is required from us. And so this is kind of what's unfolding. And so I want to begin. This is Peter's encounter. So Acts chapter 10,
Ready,
verses
5.
9 through 13.
Take 5.
At noon on the following day, as they were on their
Good job,
journey
Andrew.
to the city, Peter went up to the roof to pray. So he's at Simon the tanner's house, some pretty wealthy guy on the coast, and it's noontime prayer.
Terry, does Mike look focused pretty well in there? You probably have the best view of that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. The scripture's a little out of focus, but not bad.
Yeah, that's okay. It's big enough text. We can read it plenty well.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd rather keep Mike in focus.
Trance. This is what happens to some of you during services, right? You just kind of fall into a trance. I was just making sure you're still paying attention.
All right, so when he gets more in this next paragraph that's behind Mike, I'll cut to 3 so we can see it better. Ready, 3. Take 3.
And something like a large sheet being let down to the earth.
Try to stay on 5 as much as I can, but then when he's covering so much of it, we'll go to 3.
Four-footed animals, as well as reptiles and birds and that little hyrax. Right? This is what's happened. Do you see the connection? And then the voice tells him to do what? Get up, kill and eat. Kill and eat. So Peter has this vision.
Ready,
He's in
2.
a trance. And he has to
Take 2.
consider this enough to be able to recount it or to recall it. And then to give it to somebody else so that Luke can write.
I like how it frames that
I
point
did
he's
too.
making.
Yeah, that was why I took it actually.
Keeping a journal, because you're likely to forget stuff like this if you don't write stuff down. Okay, it's the free, that's not the message, but it just keeps saying this. And he goes on.
Ready,
And
5.
he says this,
Take
"Surely
5.
not, Lord, I have never violated this command in my Bible." Do you feel the tension? Do you really feel the tension? Peter is being asked
Stand by
to do
2 just in
something that
case he starts
violates
taking off here.
everything that he has always thought. So the voice spoke to him a second time. He says, "Do not call anything impure that God has made clean."
Ready, 3. Take 3.
What I love about this is when we are conflicted, which if you walk with
Ready,
the Lord
1.
long enough, you will be.
Take 1.
You will be conflicted. If God
Sorry, Scott. I
agrees
realized
with
right as I took you that
on
you were
every issue,
settling
he
back in.
dislikes the same people you like,
Should have waited a couple
you can
seconds
probably
longer.
rest assured that you have recreated him in your image rather than you being reformed into his. Is that fair enough to say it that way? Okay. And so on the surface, when we think that's because you end up going, especially those of us who are busy and we have things to do.
I don't know if he's done with
Go
this
up on the
passage
rooftop and
now,
spend
or if he's
time
gonna
in
mark it
prayer.
up.
And what you notice is
Ready, 2.
Peter's hungry, and this
Take
isn't
2.
like, do I want to go get some chips and salsa? I mean, they're traveling and he's tired, he's hungry, and he falls.
Jarrett,
into a
why don't you go ahead and
trance.
pull out and give Terry a wide shot that he could take online?
Okay.
That way we've still got 3 if I need to cut to it. But
Ecstasy from it. It's an ecstasis.
Thank you. Thank you. Ready, 6.
and,
Take 6.
Literally means it's the idea of getting
Yeah, you're good.
outside
2
of
and 6 are live.
and Jarrett, because of the angle you're at, the next time we do this, go ahead and keep Mike centered and don't worry about the wall. You'll kind of have like half the wall and half the screen, but that's okay.
I don't think it's as weird and mystical as we make it. I think it's because we live with such
Ready, 1.
a fierce protection
Take
of
1.
efficiency and pragmatism.
I'm on clean feed. One's live everywhere.
For mystery.
Awesome.
You're trying to
All right, Jarrett, you can push back
perceive
in.
things and understand things, but it's to get
Double check your focus,
outside
too.
of ourselves.
If anybody wasn't
And the
sure of
reason
it,
you have
on the
to do
mobiles,
this
anytime you
is
change
that
your
almost
zoom,
any
you
encounter
lose focus.
any
You gotta-
encounter I
you gotta
have,
set
even
it
one in
again.
church or with
On the
God
studios,
or
you can
the
zoom in and
studios
out all
later
you
or
want, and it'll
anything,
keep it.
Our minds, we almost always try to find some kind
Ready,
of meaning in what had
5.
happened. And it's usually first and foremost pragmatic.
Take 5.
And what we do is we try to take whatever we've experienced and we cram it into the story that we are already familiar with. And when things don't fit into that story, guess what we usually do? We disregard them.
Ready, 1.
It is an essential skill. If God is really doing
Take 1.
something new,
I should have went to a different one.
if he's really doing something new, if
I
the
wasn't expecting him to
resurrection
start
really
moving.
began
Ready, 3.
the renewal of all things,
Take 3.
then we're going to have to get outside of ourselves and what we
32.
think and what we hold on to in order to see something
Take 2.
that perhaps we haven't seen before. And you've got to acknowledge, like, there are reasons why, right? When Peter says, I've never done this before, this is, no, this can't be right. Right? You have to understand there are going to be reasons why you don't
Ready,
want
1.
God's perspective. You just have to acknowledge that there are reasons
Take
why
1.
I want to protect what I have. And sometimes when I get God's perspective, it causes me or compels me or challenges me to move outside or to let go of those things. And it will likely disrupt the things that you have grown accustomed
Ready, 6.
to. And the older you get, the worse this is.
Take 6.
Right, when you're young, it's like, we'll just change the world. Right, when you're older, I got a world I want to protect now. I'm not so worried about it changing so much. And we tend to hold on to things. And the way of Jesus is going to bring a measure of disruption to your life and a measure of uncertainty that comes with it. And we don't tolerate that very well. So what you see is Peter is in
This is the wall coming up again.
Take 1. Thank you. Ready, 3. Ready, 5. Take 5.
Chapter 10, the next verse, 19. While Peter was still doing what? He was still thinking about this. I don't want to run past this because we read we think that we think about things all the time. And we don't. We worry about them, right? We are anxious about them, but that's not the same as thinking about them. That's not the same as processing it and saying, what do I
Andrew.
see and what does this mean?
Thanks for being ready for that.
You know, I
Ready,
I
2.
harp on using a journal, but I do this for very specific reasons.
No, we're good for a minute.
What you see here, while Peter was still thinking about this, the Spirit said to him,
There's a lot of screen stuff coming up here for the next 2 pages.
Okay.
3 men are looking for you. Get up and go downstairs.
Thanks for watching it
and
for
do
me.
not hesitate
That's
to
really
go with
helpful.
them, for I have sent them to you. Somehow Peter has the resolve or the sense
Page
to
4
be
or
able
5.
to articulate what he is hearing
Middle of 4.
inside of his world and out of this dream. And this,
Ready,
this
1.
like when our
Take 1.
25th anniversary is coming up in October. So I've been going back through all of my old journals as I do about whenever I start. We have these
Ready, 6.
big holidays and
Give you a second. I see you focus.
anniversaries or big markers in the season of our church. And I read back through them because what
Take
you
6.
see is
This is not in the notes, by the way.
hesitation and uncertainty. People ask me, how did you know God called you to start a church? And I can tell you how I knew for sure.
Ready, 2.
20 years into this, I looked back and I said, I think this is what I was supposed to do.
Take 2.
That's how it works. When you ask me, because I've heard people, well, I was in the Lord, I know that the Lord called. It's like, no, God, I think I heard this. I wrote it down. I looked at it.
like
I talked to
certainty.
people, and I'm trying to go, what is this, and then you move and you act
Ready, 1.
in it, and then you do it again,
Take 1.
and you do it again, and you do it again, and you do it again, and every time it feels it's fearful, and every time it is uncertain, but you have to be able to articulate what it is that you sense God is saying to you. You will do it imperfectly. That's why you need community around you. This isn't like me going up a mountain. I come down. Everything we do now, we wrestle and say, Lord, what are you saying?
Ready,
to
2.
us? We try to articulate it, and we talk about it. We
Take
wrestle
2.
it out to try to understand how is God leading our church. What is He doing in us? While he's still thinking about this, he heard God say this. So Peter goes
Ready,
downstairs
5.
and he says to them, I'm the one you're looking
Take
for.
5.
And ask them why they have come. I'm going to ramp this up just a little bit. Let me give you a real
People
quick.
walking through.
Whenever you're considering things, you see something or you encounter something, you have to be able to learn. You learn how to articulate what you see. One of the things that happens to people is they get very accustomed to spiritual language. And so they just use vague spiritual language
Ready,
to
1.
sound like they're living by
Take
faith.
1.
They have no idea what it means. And I can give you multiple examples of this.
Yeah, if you're live, I would keep your hand on that tripod and just be ready.
What do you mean? Like, really,
You
what
never
do you
know
mean?
when he'll start walking.
You know, I just have a heart for the nations. You know what I mean? No, what do you mean? What do you mean by that? What is God saying? To articulate what you see,
Ready,
what
six.
you feel like he is saying.
Take 6.
And then you try to mine that out, or you assess what you think about what you see. Peter saw this sheep being let down with this hyrax and all these other animals on there, and he's like, there's no possible
Katie,
way.
let's do
And
a
he has
wide
to
dolly
assess,
online.
I don't think what I'm seeing
I think I can use 5
is
if he
what God
keeps
wants me to
reading.
do. And then he
Ready,
wrestles
1.
that out and realizes something different.
Take 1.
And so the men show up. Peter says, why have you come? They said, we're here. You're supposed to go with us back to
Go ahead,
see
Terry.
Cornelius.
Maybe we can
in
beat him before he
Joppa,
starts reading more.
Caesarea. So they make the
I think he's getting close to continuing.
I think he is too.
to this.
Just hold it,
And they get
Katie.
to Cornelius'
Ready, 5.
Yep.
house, and Cornelius
Take
welcomes
5.
them, and here it is, and we're going to just kind of run through this real fast. Acts 10, 25 through 29. Are you following where we're going? Do you see what's happening? See the tension?
Maybe you better push back in,
As
Katie.
Peter entered the house, Cornelius met
There's a
him
lot
and
of text
followed
right
his feet
behind
in
him.
the
I
road.
might need to cut
Peter
to you
says,
here if
"Get
he's
out,
going to go
stand
through
up,
it
I'm
all
a
right
man."
now.
I love this.
Yeah, there's like
While Peter
3 more after this.
talking
Yeah.
with him,
Ready, 3.
while talking with them, Peter went inside
Take
and found
3.
a large group of people. And the first
Although a
thing he
big
says
hunk of what he just said was in a 1/4 inch of blank space on his notes.
against our law. He is like telling them, I am not supposed to be doing this.
Yeah, I waited
Like,
too
I
long.
gotta
I
make
should
sure
have
you guys all know, this is
let you do that a
uncool
little
with
bit
what I've
sooner.
always believed.
Oh, well.
I am not
I was
supposed
living
to
in that tension of
associate
like,
our
I
law
thought he
for
was going to
Jews
jump back into this
associated
sooner
with
than he
visit a
is.
Gentile. But
Yeah,
God
so did I. I was kind of looking at how much time he has left and all the green on his notes for how much wall stuff's coming up. And I was like, he's got to jump back in here and do this quick.
articulate this.
Yeah, no, there's a lot.
So when I was sent for, I came without raising any
The last page,
objection
though,
or
looks
any
like we've got some space for
question
a couple
asked
shots.
why
Yeah, that's when I figured I'd jump back in.
for me. And they tell him that basically God has visited us and said that you
Ready,
know
2.
some things that we need to know. And
Actually,
so then
1.
you can read
Ready,
this for
1.
yourself, but Peter goes through and he just tells them, he just bears witness of all that he's seen.
Take 1.
And I think as he's doing this, it says that they too receive the gift of the Holy Spirit. And what's probably indicated is that there was a unification of language here. Again, it says that they all spoke in tongues. They spoke different languages,
Ready, 6.
perhaps, probably. And now they're
Take 6.
sharing this same unity that happened at Pentecost. It's a very similar experience. They're like, oh, we've seen this. Peter's like, I've seen this before. So it's like verifying that this is what God was actually doing. This is
Ready.
the beginning point of this.
3.
And what you know is
Take 3.
that this is exactly what Peter had preached at the very beginning of this, just a little while earlier, right? From Acts chapter 2. Peter said, repent and be baptized, every one of you, in the name of Jesus Christ for the forgiveness of sins, and you'll receive the Holy Spirit. This promise is for you and
I just
who?
realized
Your
he didn't use
children
the timeline again today.
and all
He's
who
used
are
it every
far
week
off.
up until today.
Like he knew this. He knew
Ready,
the
5.
prophecies of Isaiah.
Take 5.
Which didn't get in there. Where he says that I, the Lord, have called you to be righteous, and you'll be my covenant people, and you'll be a light to the Gentiles. You see, like Peter knew this. And here's what I want you to understand. It's one thing to know something and be able to debate about it, or to be able to read,
Ready,
you know,
2.
watch TikTok videos or
Take 2.
Instagram posts or write or fire off a comment. That's easy. It's easy to debate all these things in theory and as intellectual ideas. It is extraordinarily difficult to flesh them out in the life in which you actually live. It is interesting. I spent a lot of time in church worlds with pastors, and I found that I would be great at giving principles on how a church should work. Here's your 4 principles, here's this. I could probably, I would be so good at that. And I realized, but it is one thing to talk about it that way. It is another thing to try and do it with real people in real life. Do you know how much harder this is? Any guesses? It's hard, right? And you know this because we're trying to do this together. This is why learning how to discern God's
Ready,
Spirit
1.
is so important for this.
Take 1.
You know, we get to the end of this, and basically, Peter gets in trouble. Because all of his friends back in
Jared,
Jerusalem
I think
cannot
you could
believe this,
tilt
but all of his
up
friends
just a
in Jerusalem
little
cannot
bit.
believe
Trying to get his
that he went
eyes
and
in line.
ate with a Gentile. Like, he
I think so. The white box. This is for Scott and Jared. The white box that frames your monitor. One will kind of touch his head to the top of that line, and then two will kind of double up that space. So the space. Let's see. How do I say this? The space between
It's
the
on LED
oh, ready
again.
three. Take three. Thank you. The space between the line and the top of the frame should match the space between his head and the line, if that makes sense. Should get you real close to where we want to be.
Right, this is that connection. Then I remembered what the Lord had said, that John has
Ready,
baptized
5.
with water, but you will be baptized with the Holy Spirit.
Oh, the B
So if
got
God
left in there.
gave the same
Footnote.
gift he gave to us who believe, who was I to think I could stand in God's way? Let me tell you, there's a lot of
Ready,
people
5.
today who believe they have
Take
the ability
5.
to stand in God's way. We need to learn a sense of humility and deference to be able to hear and receive and understand what the Spirit is saying to us. So,
Ready,
I thought
6.
about this. I want us to remind us, because as we are
Take
learning
6.
how to live this out in the world in which we live, what God intends to do, if you remember from Easter, he intends to...
Can I get a wide shot from Katie?
Yep.
Do you think?
Yep.
And he does that by filling you,
Go for
and
it.
by filling me,
Ready,
and
1.
by filling us. And then out of us,
Take 1.
out of our
Katie, if you can pull out for me.
that's what I think.
Thank you.
She was probably sitting down.
Ready, 3.
Getting up and ready.
Take 3. 1 and 3 are live.
His intention requires obedience. It requires you and I to be willing to hear and to see and to articulate and then to act.
Okay, and we're back on camera 1. You're clear 3.
God's saying to us.
Thank you, Katie.
And when people say this is easy or simple, you just do
Ready,
what the Bible
5.
says. What I've learned is that people can make the Bible say whatever they want it to say. It is God's Spirit who he gave to us to help us discern what is true. That's actually what Jesus said. You don't just pull a verse and go, let's go run with this. You say, Lord, let us read and reveal yourself, and then we wrestle this out.
Ready, 5.
We wrestle this out to say, God, what are you
Take
saying
5.
to us? How are we going to be in this world? But obedience isn't just doing what you're told. It requires communion.
Ready, 6.
It requires communion. Obedience is actually
Take 6.
relational. I have this conversation all the time, right? When people, they ask me about, free will or this or that or the other. And what I always say is, when my kids were small, or now I have a granddaughter, right? She's almost 2. She loves
Ready,
me.
2. Take 2.
But here's the thing. She's 2 or almost 2. I can make her hug me. Because I'm faster than her, I'm bigger than her. I can catch her and I can make her put her arms around. I can make her hug me.
Jared, you want to pull out
But I cannot make
for another
her
wide shot for
want
Terry?
to hug me. And which one do you think I want? Right. Yeah, make her. No, I want her to
Andrew will
want
maybe
her
get
to
one
want
from
to.
you in a little bit too, once we know he's done with that text.
This is what obedience is. It's relational. It's relational.
Maybe tilt down just a hair,
I
Jared.
really careful. I in no way want to suggest that the scriptures are relative.
Yeah, that's a little
And we
better.
can just simply pick
Got
and
one for me.
choose what- that's
Yep.
not what I'm saying at
Ready,
all.
6.
What I am suggesting
Take
is
6.
we do something entirely
2 and
new
6
in
are
this
live.
passage that shifts our foundation from compliance to the law.
I like those
to
shots where you can
dependence
see
on the
people
Holy
in the
Spirit,
room.
to learning how to walk with him, to take our cues.
Makes it feel more live when you're watching.
Coming back to clean feed. 2's live everywhere.
Moments. To walk with God, we derive life from him. We trust him. We trust his Spirit, and we learn what he
Ready,
has revealed
1.
to us in his word, certainly, what's recorded for us, but also what's revealed in the word made flesh, namely Jesus. It requires a radical submission, and this is going to require contemplation.
Take 1.
You're not going to do this in a hurry. You're not going to do this on the go. You're going to have to sit down and get your face on the ground, get on the roof, and do your prayers, and get outside of yourself.
All right,
So,
our
Lord, what
last
is it
graphic is coming up, I think.
that I'm seeing?
Contemplation.
Of course, this takes discipline, and of
Katie, I
course, this
think
takes
it's
time.
going to be one that we'll use you for.
The kind of devotion that God is calling us to is going to require an uncomfortable compassion. It's interesting that you even have to say that, because compassion literally means to suffer with. To suffer with. to enter into other people's stories and to feel what they are going through and to lift them up. Radical devotion.
Ready,
to
6.
one another. To struggle towards our common
Take 6.
community and a new kind of unity that transcends all these borders, that is given to us or is experienced only as we learn how to live and walk in the Spirit. To bear witness of God's redemptive intention and the renewal of all things requires our obedience and our cooperation. We have
Getting close to the last wall graphic.
about it. So here's how, this is what I want you to just kind of
Ready, 3.
3 questions for you as we
Take
close.
3.
Number 1
Thanks, Jarrett,
is, can you
for
get
trying to follow him.
of your own
He like started moving and then
right? Can you get
decided not to.
outside yourself and
Yeah,
get
that was way
together
closer. He skipped a couple of
to
sentences there at the
consider
end and jumped right to it.
I want us to be patient with this process. I want us to be patient with this process because
Ready,
people come
2.
in, Chris says, Mike, I know exactly what there's been no contemplation at all. No reimagination at all.
So, Katie, be ready to
So
pan a
what do
little
you
bit.
need
You'll
to
have to
be
pan
doing
and
in
follow
this?
him. Yeah, thank you.
Can you
If he
do that?
walks too far.
There are implications
And then
that
back
are
the other
significant
way.
in
Yep.
this. All the chaos of our political discourse
Good job. That's
usually
exactly
is
what I'm
centered
looking
around
for.
people refusing to get out of their own narrative and to consider something else.
When he
People
comes
ask me all
back
the
the
time
other
about,
way,
like,
go
just
ahead and
jump up
come
and
back,
speak
come with
and
him,
yell, and
so
'cause I'm
we
like,
can
that's
bring
to
that
predict
all the way
everyone
back
knows how
into
it's
the
gonna
shot
turn out.
again.
Like, everybody knows how it's going to turn out. And I'm not interested. And not only that, so much of our world speaks to
Good job.
other human beings in the worst parts of them. They speak to their anger and their fear, and I want to speak to the
Go
best
back.
parts
Yep.
of us. That's what I want to be able to do. So can we get outside of ourselves? Can we maybe get into a trance? I'm hesitant to say that because some of you will take that way too far.
Ready, 1.
I
Maybe
don't
not.
want to do that.
He's about to say the next one.
Can you get outside yourself? Question number 2. Is there something that God has asked of you
That eye looks like a 3.
and you're unsure what it is?
It's that font.
Or you're unsure of the implications?
The K
Or
is
you're
kind of weird
unsure
too, and
how to
asked.
do it? If there is, get somebody that you trust and start wrestling this out together. I can assure you, most of the big things that I felt like God was kind
Ready,
of
1.
leading me to do,
Take
I
1.
was too scared to tell anybody because I didn't want to sound either presumptuous or dumb. But I found if I found a few trusted people that would help me
Andrew, I
wrestle
don't know
some
if we're
things
gonna
out
have
and
time to throw that
process
one in there or not,
and
because
say,
he's got this
I think
content, and
that's
it's
it.
probably gonna be up there all the way until he prays.
Number
This
3.
is how he's landing.
Is there something that burdens you?
Oh, take 3. Sorry, I thought I was on it already. I saw it up there in preview, and for some reason I thought it was live.
It has been the plight of poverty and those who live in poverty, particularly in our area. And there are ideas that I have, and there are things that I'm wrestling out, things that I believe that God is doing and inviting us to do. But it has disrupted what I have long thought about how things should work. And it's taken a long time to wrestle these things out. I've had to go and talk and enter
Ready,
into
2.
places and ask and
Tilt up a
listen
little
and
bit.
learn and transcend some of these boundaries that were there.
Take 2.
And I say that to you because I believe that God is doing something in us. And there are probably more of you who feel a sense of something that you're not really sure what to do about it, or how to go about it. And if we can at least begin to articulate what that is, we can always begin to figure out what we should do about it. And more importantly, I believe that God will lead us into the places and the ways that we should be filling everything
Ready, 3.
in every way. And so if you hear a theme
Take 3.
in our messages, right, that's what it is. That's what it is. So I'd love for you to spend some time getting a piece
Thank
of
you,
paper
Katie.
out, wrestling this out, and then take your thoughts and your contemplations and share them with someone that you trust in order to see what
Jarrett,
it
will you
is
pull out
that
and
God
frame him with the LED?
is doing
Not all the way
in
out,
your
but
life and
he's standing on that side. All right. Ready, 6.
We need your perspective. And we won't
Take
find
6.
it as long as we're trying to defend our own.
Oh, that might have been a weird cut. I shouldn't have done those 2 shots back
So
to
I
back.
ask that you would give us the courage and the
Stand by for
humility
Clay.
Ready, 1.
to step outside of ourselves
Take 1.
and to consider the world that you long to recreate. And so, Father, as we do, and again, I know there are those in our rooms that are gathered together, those participating online, who are dealing with really acute issues. And so I ask that part of our extension to fill would be towards them.
Katie, that'll work for our transition. Thank you.
And to hold as they walk through, in some cases, unimaginable difficulty. Thinking of 3 or 4 families right now in my mind. So I just ask that you would be so sufficient to cover and to fill all of those needs in our congregation and then out of that into the world around us. And we ask you to do that as we
Ready,
be
3.
and obedient to your Spirit. We pray all of this in the name of your Son, Jesus, who is our King. Amen.
Take 3.
Thank you.
Amen. Wow,
Thank
that's
you.
awesome.
Thank you.
Hey, church, can I tell you guys one thing before we stand up? One, Mike, that message was awesome. So challenging and helpful. 2, next Sunday,
Ready,
we're
1.
planning for our Grow
Take
Zone
1.
ministry space over here for our babies to pre-K to be back up and running, which is amazing.
That's it, yes.
It's huge.
Is his light brighter than it's supposed
And
to
all
be?
I have to say is if you're a parent of a kid in Grow Zone or Treasure Island, make sure you're connected with all the ways that you can be connected with them. They're going to give you all the information because that's a big move next Sunday. We're really excited for it.
I think he stepped forward, maybe.
What? Sorry, what?
I think he might have stepped forward. I
Oh,
can't
because
tell.
they're so far forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be it.
Other than that, we love you guys.
Ready, 3. Take 3.
See you guys.
Thanks.
Ready,
All
black.
right, go for walkout.
Dissolve black. And roll the slides. Awesome. Good job, everybody.
Nick, you headed down?
Check on 4 if anybody's on. Thank you, Chris.
Check on port.
Gotcha.
I have no talent. All right, we got a Jenna waiting on a Dudley. Can anybody hear me?
Yep.
Okay, thanks. Dudley's trying to pee with 1 minute and 7 seconds left, so this should be interesting.
All right, pre starts in 1 minute.
We don't have light for the talent.
10 seconds. 10 seconds to the pre.
We need light for the talent.
There it is.
Hey everybody! Good morning, Port City. We hope you guys are having a great morning. Welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. Or whenever you're watching.
Or whenever you're watching.
Today.
Today is Sunday right now.
Yeah.
Here
11
in the moment.
o'clock.
It's 11.
Almost.
I still feel like it's 8 a.m.
So worried about what everybody else was doing, I almost didn't have my camera in preview. I was ready to bring in like 6 or something weird. Oh!
I'm on staff here at Port City with our mobilization team.
Yes. If you haven't met Jenna, you should. Jenna,
Little reminder to record.
Yep. Reminder to record.
She'd love that. My name's Dudley. I'm also on staff here at the church on the gatherings team. We are Dudley.Ray. Yes. Email us. We're so grateful that you guys are watching this morning, and we really value tuning in and being a part of our service. We believe that you are just as much a part as if you were here. So before we jump into a couple things, just know that if you are out there, we want you to be connected, and we want to be able to help you do that. So fill out the connect card, portcity.church/online.
Yes.
We'd love to connect you.
Yeah.
Help you get connected more at the church if you are in our area. And if you're not, help you find a church.
Yeah.
You know.
And whatever we can do to help you feel like you're part of a formative community, that's what we want to do.
That's right.
Anyway, it's Sunday, but we've had a full weekend.
We have. How was your weekend?
It was great.
Good.
It was easy, simple. I planted some cucumbers, and basil, and
Seeds.
rosemary. Yes.
Not actual vegetables.
No.
Okay, cool. I mean, you never know. You never know.
No.
I don't know what TikTok tells you to do these
I don't
days.
have TikTok.
Great.
Don't assume.
Me either.
Rested.
Cool.
It was great.
Nice.
You did not have a
We didn't rest. Nah. It's okay. It's still good. I have 4 little girls. Emerson is 8, Tanner Mack is 6, Tilly is 4, Luna is almost 2. So we're
always busy.
always busy.
Lots of soccer.
We played 2 soccer games. Both girls, older girls won. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Both of my girls' teams. Speaking of, this is fun. Both of my girls' team names are T Swifties, and I really love Taylor Swift.
So valid.
Don't hate me if you don't hate Taylor Swift either.
Hey guys, Nick said he might be a few minutes late. If he is, I'll get us started.
Okay, thank you.
We won, so we feel like.
See, directing already.
And when you have 2 winners in the house, it's better than 1 winner.
Good practice.
Mm-hmm.
So praise the Lord.
That's good. I mean, there's some competition, I'm sure, but
There's
not the.
just a little. No, a lot of competition. We're trying to foster it though.
As you should. That's good.
Yes.
I'm glad you had a good weekend.
Yes.
But there's fun stuff happening
Yes, today.
today.
Jenna, today we're having baptism. We're celebrating baptism with Kim. She is awesome. You're going to get to hear her story. And what's really cool is, I don't know if you can see right now, maybe behind me or over my shoulder.
Hey Andrew, we can't see you.
He reminded me.
She is a part of Women's Connect. They meet on Tuesday mornings. There's like 40 or 50.
Sorry, my chair deck was off.
Not small.
Not small.
But her community is here to watch her get baptized. And so we're really excited about that. She also is getting baptized.
Let me know when you got me.
Volunteer.
Got you now.
Her name is Judy. And yes, it's just going to be
Thanks, bro.
So we're really excited to celebrate that this morning.
I love when the church is the church.
Yes.
It's so good.
Speaking of the church being the church.
Yeah.
Minute and a half to the start of the service.
We continue our series of origins.
Nick just went flying by, so he's on his way.
And really learning what does it look like to be the church. What does it mean to live out our calling as living life together for the world? I think it's been incredible. One of my favorite things that we've been doing recently is learning the history of the church, learning the history of the intentional design of the church, which has been
You say yes, Queen.
so helpful for me, and I hope it has been for you.
Gathering starts in 1 minute.
What are you looking forward to most?
We're singing
More than able?
More Than Able. I Speak Jesus. We're worshiping through song, through these 3 songs. And then there's Joy in the House of the Lord. But today, I'm most excited for More Than Able.
Okay, I'm out of breath, but I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
How'd it go? It was all right. I think we got some good stuff.
Good, good, good.
Are you guys getting sick?
Oh. 3 in preview. What? Did I miss something?
If it does, email Jenna.Mondo.
Go for gathering in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Dissolve 3.
We're on clean feed.
Awesome. Ready, 1. Take 1. All right, let's show his name. Kieran.
We're continuing on our series through the book of Acts called Origins. And today, yet again, y'all, we get to celebrate the baptism
Andrew and Jarrett, make sure you're on 3.2, I think we said, right?
Oh yeah, it made a difference. I got 5 in preview. Ready, 5. Online, take. Oh, he's gonna look the other way.
Come on out a little more, Andrew. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Yeah, thanks.
Yep. Ready, 5. Take 5.
Good time.
1 and 5 are live.
With the cheers. Clay really favors that right side sometimes.
Back on clean feed. 5's clear.
Do you want to use 3 once before we have her push in some?
Yeah, that sounds good. Ready, 3. Take 3. 1 and 3 are live. And 1's live everywhere. 3, you're clear.
We're going to celebrate and surround Fuse Camp by supporting it and financially contributing. And so tonight you can contribute to Fuse Camp in 2 ways in Parking Lot Party 1.
Thank you, Katie. Ready, 3 in the room. Actually, this will be everywhere.
Yep.
Take 3. I just wanted to show the wall one time on the screen in here. Ready, 1 again. Take 1.
So you can buy a plate of food and enjoy it, and also the proceeds go to Fuse Camp. And so you can do that tonight at the party or on your way out on the patio. We've got a ripple effect tent out there, Sass and some others out there, and you can buy your plate.
Ready, 6 online.
Come back tonight between 5 and 7. Besides the food, we'll have carnival games.
Ready for 6, take 6. 1 and 6 are live.
You're going to hang out here to make your transition to 4?
Yes.
Oh, I guess. He's got more.
No.
I thought that was going to be it. He's got more.
I'm back on 1. 6 is clear.
In the life of our church, so put this somewhere you can see it and we'll remind you. And then what I want us to do right now, before we sing worship, I want us to get to know the people around us. To check in and see how
I'm coming to 3.
I like Andrew's shot. That's cool.
Ready, 3, take 3. And ready, 4.
Ready, 3 in the room. Dissolve 3.
Dissolve 4. 4 is live online.
3's in the room. Ready, 5. Dissolve 5. Jarrett, if you've got room to, go ahead and open up a little more just for the meet and greet here, and then you can come back to where you're at. Ready, 6. Dissolve 6. Ready, 2. Dissolve 2. You're live, Jared. Nice and easy, nice and easy. Ready, 3. Dissolve 3.
Sorry, I missed that I was live.
That's okay. It wasn't awful.
Coming to clean feed. Alrighty, 4 is clear.
Ready, 5. Dissolve 5. Jarrett, you can bring it a little more into focus if you don't mind. Maybe tilt down just a little bit too, unless there's somebody right in front of you. Okay, ready, 6. Dissolve 6. Ready, 2. Dissolve 2. Ready, 5. Dissolve 5. And ready, 3. Dissolve 3. We're going to sit here through the transition, and then we'll come to 1 tight on Jennifer.
Jen is leading this first song.
Ready, 1.
Good morning, friends.
Dissolve 1.
You guys are very talkative this morning.
Nice and quick with that focus, Scott. Good job.
We're so glad that you've decided to join us. We are going to join our voices in singing about joy this morning. And scripture it tells us
Kind of have my breath back again.
we're going to rejoice together.
Ready, 4. Take 4. Ready, 3. Take 3. Ready, 1. Take 1. Andrew, you can hold that shot. I was going to try and get it in the intro there, and I lost time. Ready, 6. Take 6. Ready, 3. Take 3. Ready, 4. Take 4. Ready, 5. Take 5. Ready, 2. Take 2. Ready, 3. Take 3. Ready, 1. Take 1. Tail's a little bit soft, Jared. Ready, 4. Take 4. Ready, 5. Take 5. Ready, 6. Take 6. Ready, 1. Take 1. Ready, 3. Take 3. Ready, 2. Take 2. Ready, 5. Take 5. Ready, 4. Take 4. Ready, 3. Take 3. Ready, 1. Take 1. Ready, 4. Take 4. Ready, 2. Take 2. Ready, 6. We'll dissolve this one. Dissolve 6. Ready, 3. Dissolve 3. Jared, I feel like you're a touch bright. Is it on 3.2? Oh, there we go. Cool. Thanks, man. Ready, 1. Dissolve 1. Ready, 4. Take 4. Ready, 2. Take 2. Ready, 5. Take 5. Ready, 4. Take 4. Ready, 3. Take 3. Ready, 1. Take 1. Ready, 4. Take 4. Ready, 3. Take 3. Ready, 5. Take 5. Ready, 2. Take 2. Ready, 4. Take 4. Ready, 1. Take 1. Ready, 3. Take 3. Ready, 5. Take 5. Ready, 2. Take 2. Ready, 4. Take 4. Ready, 6. Take 6. Ready, 3. Take 3. Ready, 5. Take 5. Ready, 4. Take 4. Ready, 6. Take 6. Ready, 1. Take 1. Ready, 5. Take 5. Ready, 3. Take 3. Ready, 1. Take 1. Andrew, you got anything? Everybody's moving all at the same time. Ready, 4. Nope, sorry. Ready, 5. Take 5. I didn't mean to say 4, Chris. Freak you out, huh? Ready, 3. Dissolve 3.
Lee and Taylor up next leading.
Ready, 4. Dissolve 4. Ready, 5. Hand to your right just a little bit, Andrew. Dissolve 5.
When did I start to forget all of the
Ready, 1.
things you did?
Actually, ready, 4. And then I'll come to 1. Ready, 4. Dissolve 4. Ready, 1. Dissolve 1.
How did I start to believe
Ready, 3.
sufficient for me?
Dissolve 3.
Why do I talk myself out of seeing
Ready, 6. Dissolve 6.
You are more than able.
Ready 4.
You are more than
Dissolve 4. Ready 5. Dissolve 5. Ready 6.
Yes, you are more than
Dissolve 6. Oh, he's done. I did that last time, didn't I? Okay, good. He's playing a little. 2, pick up Taya. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 6. Take 6. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 4. Take 4.
Keep it up.
Whoa. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 6. Take 6. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 6. Take 6. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 6. Take 6. Ready 3. Take 3. Grab guitar for me again, 6. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 6. Take 6. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 1. Take 1. Sorry, Scott. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 2. Take 2. Ready 6. Take 6. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 3. Dissolve 3. Ready 5. Dissolve 5. Ready 4. Dissolve 4. Jared, I don't really want to do the drop-in shot. I saw you showing it to me. Ready 3. Dissolve 3. Ready 6. Dissolve 6. Ready 4. Dissolve 4.
Rollins leading next.
Ready 3. Dissolve 3. Rollin, and both electrics, I think. Ready, 6. Dissolve 6. Ready, 1. Dissolve 1. Jesus. He says Jesus a lot when he sings this song. Speak the name of Jesus. Ready, 5. Dissolve 5.
I speak Jesus.
I like that, Chris.
I just want
Ready, 1.
to speak the name of Jesus.
Dissolve 1.
Till every
Jarrett, hold that shot,
dark
and Chris, hold
addiction
yours.
starts to break.
Ready, 3. Dissolve 3.
Declaring there is hope,
Ready,
there
4.
is freedom. I speak
Dissolve 4.
Jesus. Sing his name is power. Your name is power.
I like the rack focus. Ready, 2. Dissolve 2.
Your name is light.
Ready, 5.
Every stronghold, shine through the
Dissolve 5.
burn like a fire.
Alright, Jarrett, I'm getting to you, I promise. Ready, 3. We're going to take 3. Ready, 4. Take 4. Ready, 6. Take 6.
Every soul held captive by depression.
Ready, 3. Take 3. Ready, 1. Take 1. Ready, 4. Take 4. Ready, 5. Take 5. Ready, 2. Take 2. Ready, 6. Take 6. It's Jarrett. Ready, 4. Take 4. Ready, 3. Take 3. Ready, 5. Take 5. Ready, 1. Take 1. Ready, 4. Take 4. Ready, 6. Take 6. Ready, 3. Take 3. Ready, 2. Take 2. Ready, 4. Take 4. Ready, 1. Take 1. Ready, 5. Take 5. Ready, 3. Take 3. Ready, 1. Dissolve 1. Ready, 5. Dissolve 5.
Jesus for my family, I speak the holy name of Jesus.
Ready, 3.
The name above all names.
Dissolve 3.
Shout Jesus from the mountains.
Ready, 1. Dissolve 1. Ready, 4. Sorry, wanted to hold a little bit longer. Ready, 4. Dissolve 4. We're going to start taking. Ready, 3. Take 3. Ready, 6. Take 6. Ready, 4. Take 4. Ready, 1. Take 1. Ready, 6. Take 6. Ready, 2. Take 2. Ready, 4. Take 4. Ready, 3. Take 3. Ready, 1. Take 1. Ready, 5. Take 5. Ready, 2. Take 2. Ready, 4. Take 4. Ready, 6. Take 6. Ready, 3. Take 3. Ready, 5. Take 5. Ready, 2. Take 2. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 1. Take 1. Ready 4. Take 4. Ready 5. Take 5. Ready 3. Take 3. Ready 1. Dissolve 1. Ready 5. Dissolve 5. Ready 1. Dissolve 1.
We believe that every single one of those words is true. It's true for you. It's true for me.
Black in preview.
It's a beautiful celebration of who our God is.
Andrew, you've got a little more time to set up this time. And it's okay if you walk across the front while the video's playing, just FYI. It's just when you're getting back out of there that you want to walk the wall.
And so I'm just grateful for this time this morning. It's also a privilege and an honor that we get to share in this morning with Kim as Kim shares her story. That we get to celebrate with Kim as she gets baptized this morning. So we're going to continue worshiping together. If you guys would have a seat, you can turn your attention to the screen as we hear Kim's story together.
Dissolve.
Go ahead and roll video.
My name is Kimberly. I grew up in various suburbs of Chicago, Illinois. Pretty much in my house, going to church was Dad deciding it was pre-Christmas.
We got 4 minutes, y'all.
That lasted generally till right after Easter, and then we didn't go again till next year. Although I believed in God, I believed in Jesus, it didn't make as much sense as it does now.
Cameras, make sure you're recording, especially if you're shooting baptism right now.
Quite part of the family. I found myself just sobbing. I had alienated everybody. My family, my daughters. They couldn't even count on me. Say, God, why does nobody love me? Why does everybody leave me? And I heard a voice so clear. I love you. I've never left you. And I said, God, okay, you got me. I said, my way's not working. Could you take over driving the car and let me be a passenger for a while? All of a sudden, my Facebook, I chuckle. I think God figured out what Mark Zuckerberg knows. And all these apartments in Wilmington, North Carolina start popping up in my news feed. And my mom was really worried about me coming here alone. But the one thing I know is I'm not going alone. I said, I know God's going with me. And he wants me to go to Wilmington for some reason. My first 6 weeks here, I had 4 Uber drivers and a Walmart checkout lady. All of a sudden was word to word the same thing. Have you found a church yet? I've never been there. I hear great things about Port City Community Church. I started thinking this is not a coincidence, because I was saying maybe all Uber drivers talk about that. So I got home and I had lost my father about 5 years ago. He used to do this cute thing if he got frustrated, go like this. And I pictured my dad and God just sitting next to each other going like this. Does she need a billboard? And I said, okay, you don't need to get the billboard, I'm going. So that Sunday I came here, I know it wasn't by accident. The greeters that day were Jack and Judy Casey. And of course, Judy took me under her wing. They've been my rock this year in my struggles. There've been a lot. But I went into church today, I really felt like a deer in headlights. And the music started, we stood up, and I don't know what the song was. To the general gist was, Jesus forgives you. Welcome home. And I just stood there shaking. I knew I was home. But what I loved the most was Christianity to me was more about a way of life and how to be the person.
All right, Andrew, I think we need to pan to the right.
I would leave with what I had heard.
They're having some kind of issue with audio, I think.
I know God wanted me to come to
There's a lot of chatter going on trying to fix that, but I think we're good on our end.
So many people I've met this
Maybe
year.
push in just a little bit too, Andrew.
Really been a vessel's help support to bring me on
And
the
then
path.
lean on that stage.
The
Try to
people of this church
that
is just really
stable
where I
you.
want to be. I told you I'm a little overwhelmed to today because the beauty of this and the gift I've
I still feel like we need to pan to the right. Because there's 3 people in
feel
the right.
joy for the first time.
There we
in my
go.
life.
That feels a little better.
I didn't know what it felt like. I want to be baptized.
I don't think so.
because
We're just not getting
haven't
any signal.
seen this year. What walking through life with the Lord means. What it is.
We're 25 seconds out.
How trusting in God. I want to walk through life with the Lord and live the best I can and become the person I was always meant to be. I've processed a lot this year. And I know he's still driving the car for me. And I like being the passenger.
Ready, 5. Does all 5?
Holly and Judy.
Oh, that's Judy. Okay. I should have known. Just by name who that was going to be.
I love. We laughed about it, crying.
I love it, Jarrett. Looks good. Jared, yours looks good too.
I want people to hear what you have shared, your declaration of belonging,
Ready, 6.
your love for Jesus, your desire to learn what
Take
that
6.
is to trust again, right?
Andrew, go ahead and come to the right just a little more.
See all of these
Ready, 5. Oh, ready, 2. Take 2.
This is your
Sorry about that.
This is your community, but I want you to look even beyond that. All of this is home. This is your church family. And what an amazing gift God's given. He gives us.
Ready,
He
6.
welcomes us to be a part of his family. And it's not because we've got it all together.
The back of their heads are in focus. See if you can get Polly. Oh, you're working on it, I see. You got it right there. Ready, 6.
You were so afraid when you first started coming. You were afraid
Take 6.
people would want something of you, from you.
Ready, 5. Take 5. She keeps leaning over in front of her. Jarrett, what if you take 1 step to your left? Does that help?
But that's not what you encountered when you met Judy and Jack and all of these ladies that were
Jared, will you split the difference between where you were and where you are now? Come in about halfway. Not quite as tight as you were. Keep coming.
You had
You can keep coming a little more.
you had people that loved you.
Ready, 5.
That are walking with
Oh, we're on 5.
you.
Okay, ready, 2. Tilt up a little bit, Jared.
Learning more and more what
Tilt
it
up.
is to be filled. I love what you said about
Ready,
joy.
5. Ready, 2. I'm confusing myself. Ready, 2. Take 2.
That gift that God gives. And so it is with
Ready,
so much
6.
delight that I get to say,
Take 6.
by your profession of faith in Jesus,
And
as your
ready,
Lord and
5.
Savior,
Judy, pick your head up. There we go. Take 5.
and the Son and the Holy Spirit, that we get to baptize you today.
Oh, somebody needs to take the mic from her. Yeah, there we go. Now it's going to roll in. What if it rolls in? All right. Ready, 2. Take 2.
Stand by for play.
Ready, 6. Take 6.
Amen. Welcome home, Kim. Welcome home. Thank you for sharing. Thank you, church, for being the church.
Katie, push inside the screens if you would, real quick.
Women's Connect Group, for
Thank you.
modeling what it looks like to be the church, to be a family, to welcome people and to help them walk with God. So powerful. Thank you, Kim. Wow.
That is great, Jarrett. Thank you. Ready, 3.
I'm thankful that we get to be
Take
a
3.
part of a church like this, and that we get to be affected and helped, just like Kim
Ready, 1.
has expressed and communicated today, to be a part of a family, to be
Take
home,
1.
to be home in God, to be home together. I think it just reminds us of the power of the church and reminds us of the importance of our participation. The message we're going to hear today from Mike, I think, very much speaks to this. Like, who are we willing to care about? Who are we willing to welcome in? Who are we willing to ask nothing of, but simply to love them with the love that God has given to us? I think that's what it means to be the church. Before Mike leads us into our next part of our series, Origins, I just want to set up the
Terry,
time
if you
for
want
us
to do
get
something
it.
online, you're welcome to. Andrew's got a good shot.
Okay.
Katie could come out again.
Really, really powerful. And I don't mean to
Ready 5.
overplay what we're getting ready to do, but the fact that we
Take 5.
give, participate, financially
1 and 5 are live.
means that we are a part of stories like his. So I just want to invite us.
Ready 3.
This is how we lean in.
Take 3.
See what God
1 and 3 are live.
of people who come here and they don't know why. God brought them here, and we want to be ready.
And I'm on clean feet again.
You're a part. If you want to start giving today, create that rhythmic discipline of giving financially to the church, we would love to invite you into that. Different ways that you give that we on the
Yeah, I think he's landing early.
Katie, you can push back in. Ready 2. That's good right there, Katie. Dissolve 2.
Roll video.
Yep, roll it.
Go for bumping 10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
Ready, black.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Dissolve black. Roll the bump. And ready 3.
Stand by for Mike in 3, 2, 1. Go for Mike.
Dissolve 3.
Hello, everybody. What a great morning already. Thank you guys so much for being here. It's always good
You can pull the keyer as well.
to be together, and certainly appreciate.
Oh, we have his name, don't we? Okay, ready 1.
Being here today, we're continuing a series.
Take
where
1.
We're kind of doing a fly.
All right, we can show his
with the
name now.
bats. And one of the things I want for us, and I've mentioned this last few weeks, I want for us to see what it was like to wrestle with.
CG's clear online.
Thank you.
What happened was what had happened in the
All right,
gospel
keyer
and
out.
the resurrection of Jesus. We read it so sterilely now, and to really enter into the chaos that was. There was a world that Jesus entered into where strict adherence to laws is what demonstrated your piety, your faithfulness. And so what happened as the laws, the people were trying to honor these laws, they made more laws to protect people from getting close to breaking the laws. And you can kind of imagine if you've ever been a parent, right? You tell your kid one thing and you have to make 10 rules.
Jarrett, will you
before
come
that
down to
keep them
4.5?
getting close to the thing you told them not to do in the first place. So the laws, just kept getting more and more and more complex.
Ready 3.
And so when Jesus shows up on the scene,
Katie, go ahead and
Peter
pan
and
over
James
a little bit when he goes
all the
toward the edge
apostles,
there.
disciples, his early followers are
Ready
trying to
3.
reckon
Take 3.
with what they had always been taught and believed, that strict adherence to the law was a demonstration of faithfulness, and this
Thank
new
you.
thing that God was asking them to do. And part of this you see in the book of Leviticus, and this is where we'll begin today.
Ready 6.
And you imagine doing your quiet
Take
time
6.
In Leviticus, and coming to chapter 11, and it says, the Lord said to Moses
Ready
and
1.
Aaron, say to the Israelites, of all the
Follow
animals
Jarrett.
in the land,
Ready
these are the
1.
ones that you can eat. Okay, you paying attention?
Take 1.
You can eat of any animal that has a divided hoof and choose its cud. And then he adds this.
Ready 3.
There's some,
Take 3.
though, that only chew their cud or only have a divided hoof, but you must not eat of them. The camel, though it chews its cud, does not have a divided hoof. Did you know that? Of course I knew that. It is ceremonially unclean for you. The hyrax, though it chews its cud, does not have a divided hoof. It is unclean for you. Then we
I
have
thought
the
Candace
rabbits, the
did have a
hogs.
split hoof.
The rabbits, though it chews its cud, does not have a divided hoof. It
I
is
thought
unclean
so.
for you. And the pig, though it has a divided hoof,
Like a
does
horse,
not chew
maybe?
its cud. It is unclean for you, and you must not eat their meat or touch their carcasses.
I thought it was like
for
a-
they are unclean for you.
I thought it was
Most of us
divided.
don't even know what the difference between an animal that chews its cud and a divided hoof, and you don't even know what a hyrax is, do you? This is a hyrax. He's like, don't eat me, right? So what is this? Right, this is in our Bibles. What is this? How do you begin to sort of wrestle or understand
The color in
why
that picture
things
actually looks really good
in the
behind it.
scriptures and they're preserved for us? What do we do with them?
On the cannons.
What you're going to see
Too yellow
today
on the
is how,
studios.
what God is doing, this new thing that God is doing, requires something from us more than what we think. And so I want us to look at one of the most powerful
All right.
stories
Ready, one.
In the Gospels or in the,
Ready,
in the
six.
Scriptures, New Testament.
Take 6.
Of the story of Cornelius and Peter. It's found in Acts chapter
All right,
10.
Katie, will you check your
And,
focus? Mike
we're
looks
gonna
soft, I
fly
think.
through this. You're going to have to kind of stay with me. I'll try to put as much up on the screen as I can, but if you have your Bible, you can open there and you can kind of see.
Go ahead and try to get it in there
how
before
unfolds,
we need to take this.
over the course of these 2 chapters. It's remarkable in what it demonstrates regarding the tension that was felt in trying to understand what the way of Jesus meant to the world in which they lived. And I think it's also for us today to recognize the tension that we'll face as we try to learn how to navigate this world faithfully and full of hope in the way that God has intended for us, that He's demonstrated to us in Jesus. The big hang-up that a lot of the religious leaders had for Jesus when He shows
Ready,
up
one.
these 600 plus commands, there's this system
Take one.
where those who knew the law used the law to hold power and often would use those laws against people, right? It was a way for people to say who's in and who's out. And a lot of the religious leaders, the problem they had with Jesus was the people that He included. They were often sort of bothered that Jesus would eat with tax collectors or sinners or the kind of people that He would have around them. This is one of the big hang-ups. Rick Schaefer, one of our pastors, has a cartoon in his office when you walk in. And the cartoon is a picture of, it looks like a grid, and it's all
Ready, two.
people wearing
Take
suits
two.
and ties, and they've got pencils, and they're drawing lines between one another. And then there's a figure that's drawn. He's in a robe, and he's wearing a crown. It's obviously King Jesus. He has the pencil upside down, and he's erasing all the lines that we draw between each other. And there's another guy standing next to him kind of sneering at Jesus as he erased the lines he just drew. Because these boundaries and borders and lines we use to protect us, to protect our philosophies, to protect our politics,
Ready, one.
to make sure that no one else
Take
affects the world and the life which we have built for ourselves. And so in Acts 10, you're going to see what God does to those lines and how He transgresses those borders. And
I think I have time to sneak one in from Katie.
Sure.
Katie, can you pull out?
Over the last week, we talked about the ascension and what that meant and how it was a reference to the Son of Man coming on the clouds and ascending.
Thank you. Ready, 3.
To rule and to reign.
Take 3.
We talked about the idea of bearing
2 and
witness
3 are live.
that gives us the power to bear witness. We're going to see more about that today. We talked about the unification of language, how God did in
And we are back on clean feed. One's live everywhere. Thank you. You can push back in.
Genesis 11, if you were here a couple of weeks ago. And then last week we talked about what God is doing is He is forming or forging a devoted community. And this requires a radical submission to Jesus. For every person, and you've got to gauge yourself. I can't do this for you. But it's a radical submission to Jesus. What are we willing to yield to His authority? And it requires a radical devotion to one another. We described this as a struggle last week in these 2 statements. We said it like this, that we struggle.
Ready,
Our
3.
posture
Take
as
3.
Those who are learning to walk with God, we struggle towards Jesus and His Lordship. Last week I was surprised by the number of people who emailed me or reached out to me, DMs or whatever, who talked about when I said last week that sometimes I don't know if I believe in God, that we talked about this. We don't know if we believe in God, if we believe in Him correctly.
What?
And the number of people who said, oh my gosh, that's how I feel a lot. And I didn't know that was okay. Because I think it's safe to say that it's a struggle at times. We wrestle with what's required of us. We wrestle sometimes with what God has allowed in the world. We wrestle with things that we think God should have done and He didn't. We wrestle
Ready,
with these things. And if you're thinking, right, you should.
Ready,
wrestle.
6.
This is part of the process, but we struggle towards Him.
Never mind.
Towards giving Him authority in our lives. And that's what we're talking about. And most of the world, if you just wake up in the morning, you're not likely to
Ready,
be
6.
submitted to anything. Right? If you wake up in the morning, more than likely you're going to pursue
Jarrett, do you need
your
to
own
raise the tripod a
You're
little?
going to have a fervent devotion to yourself
was
and your
that?
way. You're going to wake
How
up and
likely
try
is
to
it
figure
that
out most
we're going to keep
naturally
seeing
how to do
whoever's
what
in
you
front
want
of
to
you?
do when you want to do it, and make sure that no one else
You can raise it up if you need to. I'll take a different shot.
That's like the natural
If you don't think you need to,
lives.
that's fine. I'll trust your judgment on it. Ready, one?
A willingness, a radical devotion
Take one.
to submit ourselves to Jesus and his, or submission to Jesus and his lordship. But we also struggle towards our community. And
Ready, three. Take three.
Most people, not those here, but most other people, are very intolerant of other people's opinions or thoughts or the way they live their lives. And what I have found, and I'm guilty of that as well at times, because if everybody agreed and did like me, the world would be a much better place. You know that's true. But what I found is we often stop short. We stop short of really devoting ourselves to other people, to understand enough.
Ready,
find
five.
out their story, what God's doing. And more than, it's not just their story, it's really God's story.
Take five.
We begin to see in these borders and boundaries get broken down, we actually begin to see more and more of what God actually longs to do in the world. I think this is just such an extraordinary story about this. And this is this collision of these two encounters. And this is Acts chapter 10 and 11. So I'm going to set this up, and I'm going to walk you through it, and then we'll close out. That's what I'm going to try to do today.
Good follow,
It's
Andrew.
a long, drawn-out story, and I have very limited time.
Ready,
There's
two.
a guy named Cornelius.
Take two.
Starting in Acts chapter 10. It starts off and it says that Cornelius is a centurion in the Roman army of the Italian cohort. He is stationed in a little town on the Mediterranean Sea north of Jerusalem in Caesarea. So it's named after Caesar, you can imagine. It's a Roman kind of occupied town. And so he lives there. If you Google pictures of it today, it is a spectacularly beautiful place. So he's living there this posh life. And so it acknowledges that he's a centurion in the Italian cohort of the Roman army. It also acknowledges that he gives out of his resources to help those who live in poverty. That he has some kind of inclination towards those who don't have the kind of means that he has. It also addresses the fact that he is a God-fearing man, that he somehow sees or acknowledges something that compels him to pray, and then out of that do these other things. These are really important details to know, because Cornelius is a man of war. He's an officer. He has privilege, he has status, and he has all the power needed to protect both of those things. He can get stuff done when he needs to, and you probably shouldn't mess with him. And so, but what we notice in this is also this sort of subtle tension, because he's trying to live his life out, right, in Caesarea on the beach to enjoy the life he's living. And we don't know if he's a soldier or an officer by conviction, like he loves Rome and the Roman dream, or if this is just what he sort of got, just the lot of his life, right? This is what his parents expected, and this is what he was sort of expected to do, and he becomes a military officer, and so now he's just trying to enjoy the fruits of his labor. And I think a lot of us can probably relate to that. Right? You're doing what you're doing today, mostly because of the opportunities that presented themselves.
Take one.
Right? Or maybe it's what people expected you to do. Your parents said you're going to go to architecture school and you're going to be an architect.
Good job, Scott.
You're going to do this thing. That was just what was sort of expected of you. Or maybe you just said, I'm going to go to school and this is the degree I got, and out of this degree, this is the job I got, and out of this, it was just sort of the opportunities that presented themselves. And maybe you've sort of created the life that you want, and you're trying to now enjoy the fruits of your labor. But there's this tension, this inclination.
Ready, six.
We can all understand this. And what we usually do when this happens is we want to try to preserve the life that we have, and then we'll give some stuff to God. So we'll come to church.
Take six.
Or we'll do some nice things for other people. But we want to try to combine these things. Largely, right, the reason a lot of us believe that we believe is because this is what we've sort of entered into. You come to church and you believe the things you believe because this is what you were brought up believing. This is how you've always thought. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm very grateful for my heritage and the legacy of faith in my family. But that's not sufficient.
Take three.
To live out the call of God on my life, and it's true for you as well. We have to learn how to operate and live together in faith. And so this
Ready,
is what the story is about. So Cornelius is
actually
this
ready
guy,
one.
and he
Nope.
has this
Ready two.
encounter. He goes up, and it
Take
says
two. I'm trying to respond to what he does. I thought he was going to stop at the table for a while. Good job, Jared.
It's about in the afternoon, 3 in the afternoon, he's praying and he has a vision. And it's recalled that the angel of the Lord comes to him and he calls him by name. And then he gives him these very specific instructions that he's to get some of his servants and to send 3 of them south to another beach town called Joppa and get a guy named Peter and bring him back. So that's the first part of the story. So you got that? Cornelius?
Oh, we're not done pacing around yet. Sorry, Scott.
Caesarea, has a vision. God calls him by name and says, I want you to send some of your servants down to Joppa to get Peter.
Ready, 2.
Everybody good? Okay.
Take 2.
So what you're going to notice is they have these encounters with God. Something spectacular or miraculous happened. Something that they couldn't really shake. And you more than likely, most everybody in this room or gathered in our rooms or watching, participating with us online, you have a story like this. There was something that happened in your life that you just knew it couldn't really be coincidence because someone said something, or you were supposed to go to this place, but you ended up at that place and you met someone, God, this happened before. You're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. And you feel like sometimes God is just speaking right to you. And then what we do is we kind of talk ourselves out of it. Well, it just was probably because it feels really acute and meaningful at the time. And maybe that's why you showed up at the church. We heard a baptism story here today about the Uber driver. She's like, oh my gosh, God must be speaking to me. This is like the 4th person who said this to me, right?
Take 6.
Put these scenarios together. That's what's happening here. So God speaks to Cornelius, and he sends him off. And an encounter with God is always an invitation to trust him. It's not just to convince
Ready,
you.
1.
It's always to invite you to trust him. So Cornelius acts, and he sends his men about 35 miles
Take
south
1.
of Joppa. And so Peter is there staying in a house of a guy named Simon. And I want to read this one because this is
Ready, 3.
The second encounter here. This is out of Acts chapter 10, just a
Take
little
3.
down 9 through 13. And so about noon, they were on their way, on their journey. They were approaching the city, and Peter went up on the rooftop to pray. This is a very cool
Ready,
thing,
5.
right? If you have a roof deck on your house, this is a great place.
I'll wait for you to finish focusing.
And so Peter goes, this is the discipline of
Looks
prayer,
good.
the ritual of prayer that was
Ready,
part
5.
of the Jewish tradition that
Take
was brought
5.
into them as followers of Jesus. So he's going up on the roof for noontime prayers. And it says he became hungry and he wanted something to eat. And while the meal was being prepared, he did what? He fell into a trance. This is what some people do during this message today. You will fall into a trance.
Take 3.
Do you get the picture? So Peter's up there and he's so hungry. And it says he's traveling. If you've been traveling and gone from place to place to place, you know what it's like to be hungry and tired. And he sits down, he just sort of slips into this space in between. I can't tell if I was really sleeping, if I was praying. I can't really tell what was happening, right? He slips into a trance. And here's what he saw. He saw heaven open and something like a large sheet being let down to earth by its 4 corners. And it contained all kinds of 4-footed animals, as well as reptiles and birds, animals that had split hooves and chewed their cud. Even the hyrax was probably in there, right? Do you see the picture now? So it's coming down. And the voice told him, get up, Peter, kill
Ready, 2.
And what? Right, what was Peter forbidden from doing? From eating? Because his Bible said. Do you see the tension? Can you feel the like we read this, like Peter is wrestling now. Like he's now going, this has happened. And look what he says next. Surely not.
Ready, 5. Take 5.
Surely not. I have never violated this command. This has always been a part of how I was raised and what I believed. I have never eaten anything that is impure or unclean. The voice spoke to him again. He says, do not call anything impure that God has made clean. Now, a couple things to know.
Ready, 1.
What the Jewish laws were designed for was to
Ready,
protect you from
Take
being
2.
unclean, to make sure that you were fit to be in God's presence. So you don't want to touch anything unclean that would make you unclean, and therefore you couldn't participate in the temple rituals. And what happens in Jesus is this gets reversed. So the Jewish
Hey, Jared, can you give me a wide shot
don't clean, don't touch anything unclean,
for the folks at home?
and what Jesus
Ready, 6.
does is he touches things that are unclean, he makes them clean.
Take 6. 2 and 6 are live.
So now Peter's about to get this lesson that he has experience from Jesus, and he's trying to process this out. And the Spirit says to them very clearly, you do not call anything unclean, because it wasn't just animals, right? This is about people. This is about Gentiles and about a guy like.
And we're back on clean feet. Two's live everywhere. You're clear. Thank you.
Is that this idea of trance?
Ready, three.
Some of you,
Take three.
you're going to hear this the wrong way. But to stop and to still yourself and to meditate is exceedingly important in terms of communing with God, I believe. I have attention issues with
Ready, two again.
To settle down and be still does not come naturally to me. I have worked for decades to learn how to still myself, to learn how to hear and discern
Take
and
two.
commune in this way. But what's interesting is the word trance is the word where we get our word ecstatic or ecstatic, and it's the word ecstasis, and it literally means to be outside of yourself.
Ready, five.
To get outside of yourself. This is actually a great practice for you and I as we learn how to pray.
Put one in
this way.
between these.
You know why? Because every time you
Ready,
have
one.
an encounter with anything, anyone, God, church, anything, you immediately start trying to figure out how this encounter fits in to the story that you already know and the one that you were familiar with.
Take one.
And you know what happens when we do or experience something that doesn't fit into the story that we are familiar with? We disregard it. And when you disregard these kinds of things, you miss so much of what God is doing. To be able to get outside of yourself and to look back, to look in, to be willing to consider things that in new and in fresh ways. I
Ready,
have
five.
all sorts of practices that I use to do this. I eliminate words from my vocabulary. I
Take five.
try to ask questions that aren't the obvious questions. I'm a big believer in disruptive thinking. You've got to say and write about things that force you to see things outside of yourselves and in ways that you aren't accustomed to. And this gets worse as you get older. Because the older you get, the more evidence you have for the story that you already believe, right? And part of the reason is because that's what you're looking for all the time. This has to be broken. This is the way. This is a part of what I think the discipline of prayer is in this. And so this is what happens. Peter's told to kill and eat, and he can't hardly believe this. And so then it goes on down. I love this because he says, don't call anything clean. Then, while Peter was still thinking about division, I love this. While Peter was still doing what? Thinking about this. Like, this is really, this is really important. So Peter has this. Somehow he knows it enough to articulate it or say what it was, and now he's still thinking about it. Like, this is a problem for us.
Thank
we
you,
don't
Andrew.
think much at all. I don't know if you realize this or not. We worry a lot. We're anxious about a lot of things, but we don't spend a lot of time thinking about things, like to ponder them, to try and articulate what is happening, what we're seeing, what we're sensing. This is, again, I know you're going to be a shock, but this is why you should keep a journal. Because what you have to, you sense things, and what we tend to do, especially as sort of modern Christian people, we just sort of use spiritual language to identify things we don't really
Ready, one.
understand or we don't really see clearly.
Take one.
Say, oh, God's glorified in that. Or I have a heart for the nations. There are all kinds of little buzzwords that we use to sort of put a measure of spirituality on things that we really haven't spent time trying to articulate. So people talk to me about this, and they'll say, Mike, I have a heart for the nations. Like, what do you mean? You know what they usually say? Well, you know what I mean. I'm like, no, I don't know what you mean. Can you tell me what you mean? Can you tell me what you mean when you say that? When you say, oh, well, God gets the glory, can you tell me what you mean? What does that look like to you? I'm not trying to be condescending or I'm trying to suggest that we do this more often than we think. And part of what's important is to discern what it is that we see, and then we assess what we see. Peter saw this clearly, these animals and these peoples, they represented peoples coming down that he was taught to stay away from. And now he's being told to go into these places, and he's having a hard time. This can't be so. So he's wrestling this out. And this is an important part. Like there have been so many things in my life, right, that we try to discern and understand
Ready, two.
what God is saying to us. So while Peter was still
Hang
thinking
on.
about this vision, the Spirit
Never
said
mind.
to him,
Ready, five.
"Many are looking for
Take
you.
five.
So get up and go downstairs and do not hesitate to go with them, for I have sent them." Peter went down and he said
Ready,
to
three.
them, I'm the one you're looking for.
Take three.
And then he asked them why they have come. Now, don't you wish that God was just, this like God gave him a list. Get up and go downstairs. There are 3 guys, and go with them. And he walks in there, there's 3, check, check, check. Don't you wish he did this? Like, I would say this. I would tell you today, God spoke to me, I can use this language, and
Good job,
called me
Katie.
to begin a church. I could say that to you. But this is our 25th anniversary coming up. And so I've been spending a lot of times in the early days reading back through my journals from, summer of 99 and all the way through to the end of the church. And you know what you read? You read fear and hesitation, and I shouldn't do
Ready,
this.
6.
And more hesitation and doubts. That's what you read.
Take 6.
People would ask me, they said, Mike, how did you know that God had called you to do this? Let me tell you, there's a very clear answer to this. 20 years in, I look back and I said, I think this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Because we
Ready,
read
1.
this, and it's like, this is, you miss the guts of this. Like, you don't realize how
Take 1.
troubled this was for Peter to go with these.
Good job following him, Jarrett.
So he heads back. They tell me, Cornelius has sent us. We want you to come back and see him. And so he does. And I'm going to try to speed this up a little bit so we can get through.
Ready, 5.
But I want you to see this. So Peter
Take 5.
shows back up, takes the journey with him about 30 miles north to Caesarea. And Peter enters the house, and Cornelia met him and fell on his face. I fell at his feet in reverence.
Is it Cornelia?
He was like, whoa, we're not doing this. Get up. I'm just a guy.
Yep.
Kind of getting fist bump. Maybe not, but you get the idea. And he says, while I was talking with him, some of you are in a trance now, aren't you? While talking with him, Peter went inside and he found a large gathering of people. And look at what the first thing he says to them. You're well aware that I'm not supposed to be doing this.
Ready,
This is
3.
against the Jewish law. We are not
Take
supposed to be
3.
associating with you guys. But God has shown me that I should not call anyone
Good call, tilting up a little, Andrew.
or unclean. So when I was sent for, I came without raising any objection. May I ask you why you sent me? And I said, well, God said to us that you have a message of the thing that he's doing for us, and we want to hear that from you. And then Peter bears witness to what he had seen. The witness is not only the words that he uses, but the witness is his presence showing up and them recognizing the tension that he felt. You know what happens? This is Mike's interpretation. I think this is very consistent with what we saw in the book of Acts chapter 2 when God unified the languages that were spoken by all the different people groups that were there. And I think here what happens is more than likely Cornelius and Peter spoke different languages. It says that the Holy Spirit came on and they all began to speak in tongues. They began to understand one another. And Peter's like, I have seen this before. That's what you'll see. I've seen this before. And he recognized that this Holy Spirit did the same thing in this setting that he did in this setting. And he used that to say, I think this is something.
Ready, 1.
And what you'll see is he goes on and he says
Ready,
this.
5.
Peter,
Take 5.
And let me back up. Because one of the things that Peter knew, he had preached this message just a little while earlier. And this is what he said from Acts 2. Repent and be baptized, every one of you, in the name of Jesus Christ for the forgiveness of your sins. And you'll do what? You'll receive the gift of the Holy Spirit. We talked about this. This promise is for you and your children and
Ready,
who
3.
else? All who are far off.
Take 3.
Peter had taught this. He knew, he had been with Jesus watching him do this. He knew the prophets. Isaiah says it like this. I, the Lord, have called you in righteousness, the people of God in righteousness. I will take hold of your hand, the Hebrew people. I will keep you and make you to be a covenant for the people and a light for the Gentiles. They knew this was coming, and now it's here. And the first thing that Peter wants to do is say, hey, just so you know, I shouldn't be doing this. You're going to feel the tension of the things that God asks you to do. They're going to rub up against some of the things that you hold dear and that you hold true. And what happens is Peter actually gets in trouble. Can you imagine that you do something and then people criticize you for it? So all the people back in Jerusalem are like, you can't do this. And so they begin to criticize Peter, and Peter comes back, and he just recounts to them all that happened, and here's how he describes it. He says, and I began to speak, the Holy Spirit came on them just as he had come on us in the beginning. Like we've seen this before. Then I remember what the Lord said, that John would baptize with water, but you will be baptized with the Holy Spirit. So if God gave him the same gift he gave to us who believed in the Lord Jesus Christ, who was I to think that I could stand in God's way? That is a great line and a better posture. If more people believe
Ready,
that they
5.
have the authority to stand in God's way, that would be a really good thing. He is asking something from us, to learn how to discern and to follow and to commune.
Take 5.
What I've titled this message is What God's Intention Requires. And I've been talking about this for a while, but what God intends to do is to bring renewal and redemption
Ready,
and
2.
reconciliation to all things. If you were
Take
here,
2.
He intends to fill you and therein fill us, and out of our fullness to fill everything in every way. That's the work that he's doing. And that requires us to transgress borders and boundaries and to move into places where we are uncomfortable with. Sometimes in our own lives. To wrestle things to the ground, to understand, to try to discern what it is that
You're
the
live,
Spirit
Jared.
is saying
Sorry.
to us. Obedience, or God's intention. For God's intention to be fulfilled in your life, in my life, and in our world, it requires obedience. What a lot of us think that
Ready,
obedience
1.
is finding a verse in the Bible that tells you to do something,
Take
and
1.
you go do that. And what we just saw in this story, that's not
Terry,
at
you want
all
to take
what
some
I was
wide
doing.
shots?
I want to be very careful. I in no way want to diminish the scriptures or to make them relative.
Yep, I think we're clear.
Thinking that you can just pick and choose what you
So
want.
to
That's not
till
what
those
I'm
very end
suggesting.
slides. We got a little
What I
time.
am saying is I want us to see
I'm feeling it this time, guys. I'm getting tired. Struggling to focus.
compliance to the law.
Thank you, Jarrett. Start on 6. Ready, 6.
When people tell me,
Take
oh,
6.
the book says it, that says
We got 1 in 6 live.
I have found in my experience that people can make the Bible say anything they want it to say. And what Jesus actually said is it is the Spirit who will guide you in all truth. It is our responsibility to learn how to submit ourselves and to discern.
And 1 is live everywhere. 6, you're clear.
This is not easy. It is not quick. But it is absolutely essential if we really want to understand what it means to live kind of life that God has given to us. You know, the phrases that are in my head are, I try to think about living life with Him, like dwelling. I try to think about trusting. I try to consider, I use the phrase taking cues from Him. There have not been many burning bush moments in my life. Most of them have been like a hunch or a nudge. And fortunately, I've had people in my life that I've trusted that have confirmed those things or said, no, you're an idiot, that's not what you're doing.
Katie, can I get a screen wide?
But God's Spirit breathes life in us and He animates our lives.
Thank you, Andrew. Yeah, just in case he pops 1 up there. Ready, 3. Take 3. 1 and 3 are live.
Andrew, while he's not using the wall, go ahead and tilt down just a little bit. I hate giving him so much headroom. I mean, the shot kind of works when there's something on there, and we need to see it. We don't have a better one to show all that. But
You're clear, Katie.
yeah, that looks a lot better with there's nothing behind him.
1's live everywhere.
Ready, 5. Take 5.
This is what I'm learning. It's interesting you even have to say that because compassion literally means to suffer with. It's not to do good things for people at a distance. It's to get in with people. And so we struggle towards His Lordship and we struggle towards our community and a new kind of unity that is governed by the work of His Spirit in my life and in your life. I've had conversations with other pastors and you say things like this like, Mike, you just can't do that because people,
Ready, 3.
you know, they'll do their own thing. And then you have chaos.
Take 3.
That's exactly right. If I do my own thing, and you do your own thing, and you do your
Ready,
own thing,
1.
and they do their own thing, we will have chaos.
Take 1.
But if God's Spirit were to breathe life into us in a particular way, with a particular form us and mold us. That's where my hope is. That's how we try to lead our church. That's how we try to do everything that we're doing. We struggle towards this every day, often. This is an understatement, but this is much easier said than done. I have resolved on doing this a long time. I could go teach at conferences and tell people how to run their churches. I know a lot of great facts, I have a lot of great principles, and out of 25 years of preaching, I have about a few good talks. And what I have learned, I love conferences and all those things, but let me tell you, it is a gajillion times easier to talk about it than it is to actually do it. To do it with real people in our real lives is insanely frustrating and insanely hard. Anybody experience that? Here's the three things I want you to consider.
Ready, 3.
Number 1.
Take 3.
Can you get outside of yourself? Can you get outside of yourself and your own narrative to consider a new unity? You realize this is the problem with all of our political discourse. People will not get out of their own narrative in order to consider something else or give someone else credit. It is a dead end. It will always be a dead end. And the same will be true for you and for me if we can't learn to do it. Can you get outside of yourself and your own narrative and consider a new unity God longs to do? Number 2, is there something that God has asked you to do or asked of you that you were unsure what it means? The thing is, this happens a lot. We just didn't write it down, or we forgot about it, or put it off. We just don't understand it, so it doesn't fit our narrative, so we just kind of dismiss it. I want you to write it down.
Thanks, Andrew. I like that. Come on in tight, and Jarrett, will you loosen up just a little bit so that we can see most of that text, especially if he stands in just the right spot. Yeah, right about there. You'll have to still follow him a little bit, but hopefully we can see it all most of the time. Ready, 6. Take 6.
And ultimately obey and move into. It's always required time and wrestling, and it's always required other people. It's always required that. Third, and what you need to do is you need to get your journal out. You need to
Ready, 3.
Over the next few months.
Take 3.
Is there something that burdens you that disrupts what you have always thought? This is a fun one. My personal burden, and it's taken 10 or 12 years to begin to understand and articulate.
Good job with focus today, y'all. I know that that's a challenge. Y'all are doing awesome.
But it's this idea
on top of it.
Poverty and generational poverty, and particularly in our area and region.
Ready.
I believe the church should be able to do something about it.
Ready, 1.
And
take 1.
Rather than just saying, oh, here's the idea, let's go do this, I've had to wrestle, like, what do I mean by that? What are the implications of that? What does the Spirit say about that? These are not quick solves or easy answers. It's very complicated. We just keep wrestling it out and wrestling it out and wrestling it out. And so then we're saying, what I've learned is when you sort of begin to articulate what burdens you, God is faithful to begin to give you direction and language.
Ready, 6.
To help you better understand what you're supposed to do in these places. Not to solve a problem, but to bring the redemption of all that God has intended. These are very different things.
Take 6.
This requires a lot of nuance and consideration and to get outside of yourself and to think about what you have seen. And assess that. And to figure out what it means to be legions. Right? Can we do that? So this sounds like a simple process. What happens next is out of this
Ready, 3.
comes one of the most
take 3.
one anthropologist who is not a believer called this the important meeting in all of human history, one of the most important and controversial meetings in all of human history. We're going to talk about that next week. That's what happens.
Ready, 6?
Does that sound fun? All right,
Take 6. Oh, sorry, Jarrett. Dang it. That was my fault. That was really
Running.
bad timing. I didn't expect him to do that.
We can never
Ready, 1.
get your perspective
Take 1.
as long as we're trying to defend ours. Would you help us? Would we be open to your breath, to your spirit, guiding us and leading us and burdening us and awakening us? Father, I do recognize there are people.
Somebody's got a squeaky chair.
JG.
I'm about to buy all new chairs for that room. Every time I'm in there, I'm like, man, I can't move. My chair squeaks so bad.
Oh, this one's fine.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
A couple of them in there are squeaky.
Mm-hmm. Well, this one doesn't recline.
You would use us to shoulder burdens that they are experiencing radical devotion to.
Need to get out the WD-40.
Father, I ask that somehow you would take all this and continue to use it as we better understand what you're asking of us for the world in which we live. And so I pray, Father, all
Ready,
of us
3.
is our King. Amen. Thank you.
Take 3.
Hey, church, can I tell y'all one thing before you stand up? Please. First of all, Mike.
Please. Ready, 1. Take 1. I didn't notice they were matching either.
Just out here, it's gonna be back up and running. This is awesome. Also, if you are a parent of kids in Grow Zone, Treasure Island, make sure that you're connected to all the different ways that they communicate with you, so you know all the details. This is a lot of movement next Sunday. We're really, really excited. Church, we can pray for you guys. We would love to care for you in that way down front. Come see us. Other than that, we love y'all. We'll see y'all tonight.
Ready, black.
Party, Fuse, Takeover. Have a great day, everybody.
Dissolve.
Roll
And
video.
slide in. Or key in, I mean, slide in. All right. Thank you all so much. Great job today. Thanks for paying attention to all the details and working hard at making it good for everybody. Y'all
It
are
was
awesome.
a great morning, everyone.
It was. Y'all are awesome. I appreciate you. Have a great week.